Splag.
Hi, Musu. Hello. Kills you with a rock. What's up, Scrumbos? How are you guys doing? Are you guys surviving? Bro, there's an ice age! Bro, we're in the ice age. We're in the Hi,
ice
Musu.
age. We're in the ice
Hello.
age. We're in the ice age. We're in the ice age now, motherfuckers. There's no going back. Yeah, apparently there's like a continental like ice storm or something. It's crazy, dude. Except it's just muggy and like wet outside. Ugh. So like I don't know how to feel about it. It is cold though. It is pretty cold though, I will say. It's cold. Did you miss anything? Dude, we just finished pillaging Manhattan. It was pretty cool. Which movie? Continental Drift. We got about 14 inches of snow, dude. You know, I have to say, it's really funny to me to see like all of the panic down here, like being back down south and seeing all the panic over like ice and snow. And whereas like up in New York, dude, we would get like 5 or 6 feet of snow like every other week come like winter. And it was like nobody cared. Like literally no one fucking cared. So it's just funny to me to see like everyone down here is like panic, like, we're gonna die! We're gonna fucking die! Ah! And then like I'm just my family's over here just like, oh my god, make sure you have blankets and heaters and I'm just over here like, huh. Okay. It's just funny to me to see like the panic. Cause I'm just like I've after living in New York for 2 years, I'm not bothered by like the snow and stuff anymore. 14 inches of snow that's taller than you, bro. Mods, kill that guy. Mods, beat them to death with a wooden spoon. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I've just been surviving the ice age apparently. The only thing is it's like slightly chillier inside. Which is like not an issue, but I don't know. I don't know. According to my friend, I have a thyroid issue since apparently I just don't get cold like ever. Who could say? People like to freak out like an inch and everything shuts down. Meanwhile, it's like negatives in Ohio and they're getting 16 inches. I mean, obviously, the real problem is there's not the infrastructure for ice and snow. Like in Georgia, there is not infrastructure for ice and snow, right? So it makes sense that people would be freaking out. Do I get hot? Dude, I get hot all the time. I get hot, bro. I get hot all the time. I overheat with like the slightest temperature change. Like, dude, I remember when I went to Japan. Holy fuck, dude. I was like, it was like fall, and I was still like, I swear, dude. If I get like deployed in Japan to somewhere like coastal, I think I'll actually die. You guys will witness like me like melting alive. I can deal with cold just fine, but when it starts to heat up, well, the thing is, there's only so much you can do to cool off. When you need to heat up, you can just keep applying like layers, right? Like if I'm cold at night, I just grab like another blanket and go to sleep. If I'm hot, dude, you just lay there like naked on your bed, praying that you feel cold enough to sleep. Like eventually you take off so many layers that you just have your skin left. You know what I mean? So it's like, wait, you said it might be a thyroid issue? Probably. Oh, so hello, chat. Hi. Hello, all you latecomers. If you're late, I expect you to give me a valid reason. Or else I'll break your fucking fingers with a, what do I have as a weapon? I have one of those like wooden mallets. I'll break your fingers with a wooden mallet. Oh wait, no. Wait, I have 100-year-old frying pan, freshly seasoned. I'll break your fingers with that. It's so hot. Every time I walk outside, the cold outside, you could see the steam coming off of me. Probably. Dude, it's just, I melt, bro. I fucking melt. It's ugh. I mean, the nice part is it means I'm more adapted to like cold climates. So like when it gets cold, I'm like comfy as fuck. But dude, coming like when it's like the south, I'm like, it's rough. So like I'm vibing right now, dude. It's like the perfect temperature outside. It's what, like 22 degrees, bro. That's like peak gamer temp. Peak gamer. Whereas, like, you know, I don't know. Come like summer when it's like 112, I'm gonna want to like back up over my fucking head. But It's 90 in
Hi, Mizu.
Orlando. I love cold. Unfortunately, the rest of my family does not, so you have to suffer warmth. I love the cold. I love the cold, dude. Ugh. Now, granted, if I had to like drive in the ice and snow, I'd probably hate it too. But considering I don't really like to drive all that much and I don't really get out, it was never really that much of an issue. So you know, there is that. But yeah, I don't know, chat. So we're currently living through a second ice age, kind of, but like not actually. But you know what I mean. You know, I don't know, bro. It's not that cold. It depends on where you are. Cause like in Ohio, it's like -10. Dude, I consider like if it's below freezing, I consider that to be like cold. Cause like, dude, when it's below freezing, you can like feel like your skin's in your body starting to shut down when you go out in that kind of weather. It's only like 1 degree here. Have you considered what if I bash your fucking fingers with a fucking frying pan? What if? Theoretically. Exactly. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're living through like a second ice age, I guess. But you know, I'm vibing. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I'm relaxing all cool. You know, playing some b-ball outside of the school. Mm. I got a big glass of water. How am I doing? I'm doing okay.
How are you doing? Hope you're
I-
well.
I'm doing okay. I'm not gonna hard about it. I would rather have this bone-chilling cold than 110-degree heat. But I feel the heat debuff instantly versus cold takes a couple. That's true, fair. I will say, the nice part about moving down south, though, compared to when I lived up north, is that the house that I was in did not have central AC. We just had heat. So when summer came and we were getting like 90-degree weather, the house became an oven. Which fucking sucked, dude. But like up down here, we have central AC. Yeah, we had central AC. We have central AC, so it wasn't as bad during the summer, dude. I'm not kidding, dude. Like in the 2 years I lived up in New York, during the summer, I had to like my shirts would be drenched in sweat, even with like AC and stuff on. It was awful. It was so bad. I could never live in a place without central AC. And if it doesn't have central AC, I would need like one of those like AC units. You know, like the ones you like stick a hose out the window? But I don't know. Central AC is such a godsend, bro. It's such a fucking godsend. Dude, humid heat, it doesn't seem that bad until it is. Like until eventually like humid heat makes you just feel like gross and sticky all the time, dude. Everything is just like swampy and it's just like when it's actual humid cuz there's like dry humid that like some states get, but when you start getting like coastal region like humid, oh my god, dude, it's like you go outside for like a walk and you're just like drenched in sweat. Cornfields, it's not that bad. I feel like dry heat's better. I genuinely think dry heat's better. Personally. Have ever made a swamp cooler? What the fuck is a swamp cooler? Ugh. I don't know what a swamp cooler is. You gotta swamp you out. Swamp cooler is like AC but moist.
Hey there, Muzo.
Moist down there, Duty Pop. Don't you want to take a whiff? It sounds awful. I'm sure it's comfy, but I don't know, man.
The thing about humid heat without wind, I think it's like the worst. I mean, dude, I just hate heat. I genuinely hate the heat. I am not like cut out for hot weather. It sucks, bro, because you just sweat constantly. Yo, thank you for the sub. Yo, Prime sub. Yo, we got Prime gamers up in here. Bash their fingers in. Bill Cosby giving birth to a sandwich! Yes! Dude, how does it feel knowing that you rolled a 5% chance? How does it feel knowing that you rolled a 5% chance on a sub notification, which is just Bill Cosby giving birth to a sandwich? Congratulations. You are today's big wiener. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not cut out for the heat. Congratulations, a WinRAR is you. You are the WinRAR. How does that feel? You are WinRAR. WinRAR. You're a WinRAR now. Yeah, chat. I don't know. Besides that, everything's been pretty good. Dude, I have to admit, I've spent like the last 3 days doing like Dungeons and Dragons world building. To any of you guys that are like DMs, if you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. But like, dude, I'm like a forever DM. I'm a self-admitted forever DM. I just don't like being a player. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I'll just go into like these bouts of just like pure inspiration for like D&D world building, and then like I'll just like drop off. So I'm trying to ride out this like world building high as much as I can. If I give birth to a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would it be? A Jersey Mike's number 9 with extra mayo. No vegetables. No vegetables. You're close to becoming a DM. What a loser. No, I'm kidding. DMing is fun. I think the problem is, in like, oh shit, in like tabletop games, I feel like DMing is like, has such a stigma to it. Which really sucks. Because like DMing is like so fun, but it's also like kind of hard. It's you know, people will say like, oh, it's easy to be a DM, and it is. But I feel like it's so easy as a dungeon master, like the game, you know, to do like to fuck up. So a lot of times, like when you're first starting off, it feels like you're like stepping on like what is like a good like word that I'm trying to think of? Feels like stepping on ice. Well, no, I mean, I just even like removing like world building, because like you can DM like a module, right? Like I could DM Tomb of Annihilation or you know Saltwater Marsh. Like there's pre-existing like modules that if you want to DM, you can. But like the problem is, it's very easy for people who are into world building to write a book. If you get what I mean. Like, it's very easy for people who are into world building to basically like sit there and read like paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs of information, and their players are basically just like experiencing a book. If your players are super boring, it's easy. I mean, kind of. I think the other problem is due to the popularity, due to like what has made D&D popular. People have expectations. What's Muzu's beetle name? Like my Beatles names? Oh, I have Skyline Chili, Murasaki Shikibu, T.S. Eliot, and then there's Themberchode, which the Skyline Chili and Themberchode were chosen by members of the community. And then we have a diabolical ironclad who's a really tough beetle. His name is Beowulf. But yeah, like I feel like, oh, the beetle cam's not working. Why is it not working? Why you no work? Why you no work? Where are the beetles? Why is it not working? Hello? Hello? Now you can see one of the little scrumbos at the very center. They're like fent leaning. Have I seen the new Mario movie trailer? It looks good. It's also helpful for others who want to do their own animations. But I feel like due to like what has like given prominence to D&D in like the last couple of years, like the material that has popularized D&D, aka like Critical Role, Dimension 20, even like looking at like Stranger Things, even though like it plays like such a minor part in Stranger Things. I feel like due to the prominence of like Critical Role and like Dimension 20, is people see these like larger than life dungeon masters and they have expectations. Legend of Chuckles, yeah, they have expectations that their games are going to be like that. When like a lot of times a DM might have a completely different game plan. Which is why you see so many RPG horror stories on like Reddit and shit, where people are like complaining about their DM. And then when you read through it, you're like, bro, you're just pissed off that you're not like in Matthew Mercer's like personal game, you know? Or Brendan Lee Mulligan's like personal game. And the other thing I have is there's some people who want like that experience of playing in like that quality of a game, like Critical Role, but they won't put in like the effort for that. And that's the problem. It's just like they want like this super rich world and they want their character to have all sorts of character arcs and connections and enemies. But then like when it comes to like the session, like, you know, the session by session basis, they don't do much. Like with the DM's like, okay, what do you do? And the person's like, I don't know, I go to the tavern. I rent a room. Like the DM is at a certain point as a DM, you just can't work with that. Like you just have to go, okay. But it's funny because it's like those people that will complain that the DM sucks when like they give them nothing to go off of. Like you ask for a backstory, and they give you like like a paragraph of like character information. That's my issue. Is it's like that's also part of the reason why I can't be a player. My problem is like if I play, I sit there and I want to like do stuff to the world. Like I sit there and play D&D, but then my brain internalizes because I've been a perma DM for years and years and years. That I just go like, man, I really want to build my own world. Like I was like, I really want to like do my own combat encounters and all this stuff, you know. So it's like a player looking for what I want to give, which is a glorified choose your own adventure. Yeah. Yeah, and of course I don't really have many problem players. I can maybe count on like one hand the amount of like actual problem players that I've had. But you know, they do exist. I've been fortunate, but then again, I'm also very selective about who I ever have in my games. I've had the revelation that just because someone is a good friend does not mean that they would be a good tabletop RPG player. Muzu, aren't you the problem player? You know what, Jesse? Fuck you. I think paladins suck. I think your character in my game sucked. I think it sucked. Horrible. You were the worst player I've ever had in my entire 10 plus years of DMing. For context, Jesse Jackal used to be one of my players before a game dissolved because two of the players basically just fucked off, so.
It's rough. It's kind of funny how making a characters come to life and how you want to make them move and act and perform in world building. Well, that's my thing, dude. Is like, I sit down and I play in a tabletop game, and then I go, I want to make a world. Like, I think back and I'm like, oh, dude, I think back to like a setting and all this shit that I want to like make a world and make like monsters. And I have more fun being a DM than I do as a player. I feel like being a player is too limiting. I don't know. To me, that's just like, that's my thing. I just don't like being a player. I just wanted to try D&D just never get invited to any sessions, though. That being said, it seems really complicated to get into from an outsider's perspective. Bloop, I would let you play in my game. Like, straight up, I would let you play in my game. I didn't know that you would even be interested in something like that. But yeah, when it comes to D&D, dude, if you have to DM, learn to DM. DMing is fun, especially if you like world building, but you have to understand the principle is you have to make sure that your players feel involved, because you don't want to just have a book. Because like I see this happen a lot of times where people they railroad their players and there's like no freedom whatsoever. Because there's like the two extremes to D&D. There's infinite freedom, but like the plot has the depth of a fucking sandbox. Like a kid's sandbox. And then there's like, I would pee my pants when I read one paragraph of a rule book. You're too iPad kid pilled. Yeah, welcome to the rest of my players. I'm pretty sure like 3 of my players haven't even read the book before. I'm being dead ass. There is a single player in my current campaign who has actually read the book. The other 3 vaguely know of the rules. You would literally probably have a better understanding. But like, there's the other extreme of like DMing where it's like pure restriction and that's all. Like it's just 110% restricting and the story is going to go this way. And I'm sure any of you that have played D&D have had games like that where you feel like no matter what you do, nothing matters. You try this, you try that, but the DM's like always like trying to force you to do X or Y. I feel like a good game goes in the middle, but again, different players like different things. Some people want railroading. I've met players who want to be fucking railroaded. And I've met many players who want a sandbox and like not a lot of plot. They just want like isekai adventure in a fucking like setting and just going to places and just killing shit. Everyone likes their own thing. I'd like to kind of have a middle. I like there to be like a foundational story, but I also like there to be some player agency in like what they do and what they want to do. But like, you know, it can be hard because reading is dumb and for nerds. Why I took an ice pick to my frontal lobe. Oh, that was you in that video? Oh my god, it all makes sense now. I didn't realize that I had a celebrity. I didn't realize that the ice pick video celebrity was here. This is a joke, by the way, that probably like 3 people in chat will even understand what I'm referencing. I like when the party gets scattered all over. Well, again, you have to have your own. You as DM. Also, thank you for the follow, Digi. As a DM, you have to decide where you want to fall on that spectrum, because all forms of D&D are valid, but bad D&D is not better than no D&D. That's just how it is at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't know. But again, I just find myself like too limited by being a player, because when I play, I eventually just want to DM because I have more fun DMing, because I like being able to play like multiple characters. When I play as a player, I never settle for like one character. I always have like 80 different character ideas. And so I get bored of like one character really easy. But as a DM, I can have 80 characters. And if I get bored with being, you know, like Ulysses Smungtuck, the fucking shopkeeper, or, you know, whatever, ex-adventurer, I can just have him go off and do some other shit and then play a completely different, like, have a different character at every moment. I get you get to control like everything. And I can just have characters, like test characters out live that I think are interesting. That's part of the fun of DMing to me is I don't have to worry about getting like bored of like a character. You should do a Connor O'Malley inspired D&D session. I don't know who that is. But yeah, it's just nice. It's just nice. It is quite nice. DMing is fun. But again, oh HGWR, thank you for the sub.
There is no joke.
There is no joke. Except you. You're the fucking joke. I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. It's just fun where you can just like you're in pain right now. Oh god, I hope that goes away. It's fun just being able to like world build. Also, dude, I have like so much fun world building, but I struggle like so much with like getting ideas down. I am like an improvisational like DM more than anything. Which means like I like improv. Like up more than anything. Like obviously I still structure my games and I usually have like plot threads. Usually I have bullet points of like plot shit that I can kind of go by and follow. But I still like, I don't like to just have rigid like scripting. Cuz I have friends who DM and they like script. I don't do that. We do not do that here. Okay. We don't do that here. Yeah, I like improv. I don't know. So like if I have bullet points of like what I want to happen. So it's like, okay, the party is going to a bunker in the mountains, okay? I want there to be a giant mimic, like a Firewatch tower mimic on top of that tower. So they're just contracted to go there, but they actually need to go into like the bunker. So I'll put like a bullet point of like each, and then I will only script stuff if it's like something important. Like, oh, they find a note. Okay, well, I'll have a page to be able to like read them what the note says or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, and in the bunker there's this and that. But it helps to be able to freeform. So like if you fuck up, you can kind of still just pull things back on track. So if like you want the party to encounter like a note that guides them in the right direction, but when they like go up to like the top of what they go into the room and they don't actually find the note, then you could like kind of maybe toss it in a little bit later or have it show up in a different spot. It gives more of a free flow into like how things are approached, so you don't feel like as rigid, or like if your players miss some sort of super key pivotal plot thing, oh no, they didn't find the note in the room. Oh well, actually, at the entrance to the bunker there's the note, like it's posted on the outside or in like a box or something that they find. I don't know. I feel like that. That's my style of DMing, but I get that like not everybody likes improv. Like I get it. Improv is like it's like an acquired skill, and I get that like some people don't like it because improv goes up there with like public speaking, where it's like you just have to make shit up on the fly and make it sound good, and that's like really hard. I completely understand that shit's hard. But that's just how I am. I feel like the Loosey Goosey DM gives a better campaign. Well, they both are fun. It's just that's my preferred way of doing things. Because I know if I do like bulleted lists of like general stuff that I want to have happen, it gives me much more freedom to just fill in what I want or need. As opposed to just going like, oh, the party's this and this. Because, again, it just gives more freedom. Because your players will just do some crazy shit, dude. You'll have, like, your players be like, you'll have, like, a thing, like a trap planned. And your players will just, like, be like, hey, DM, that satchel of dynamite we found 3 sessions ago on that dead guy? Yeah, we're gonna light it and just throw it into the room. And so suddenly this massive, like, trap encounter that you had with, like, goblins and pitfalls and shit in this room, is now gone. All of the goblins are gone. Their families are gone. They are disintegrated by like 64 pounds of dynamite that you gave the players as a joke. And so suddenly, like, you know, your scripted list is like worthless. So that's the thing, is it's nice to just be able to have like general plot points. But again, it's not for everybody. It be like that sometimes. My players somehow always manage to impress me and scare me with how little and how much they manage to do at once. In my games, I have a system that I like to call Fate Die. Essentially, the way that Fate Die works is if a player does something that is so obscenely stupid or like cosmologically impossible, I have them roll a D100. And then I, as the DM, will roll a D100. If I roll higher than them, they fail catastrophically. And if I roll lower than them, they succeed in whatever thing they do, right? But I will say, like, catastrophic failure usually more than likely means you're gonna die. Like, 9 times... What about equal? I feel like if in the rare event that it was equal, I genuinely think, like, that would have... whatever would have happened would have unironically caught the attention of, like, a god. Because, like, the mathematical chance of that happening is insane. That kind of thing would signify like a Herculean, like when Hercules became a god in like the river Styx or whatever in the movie. That's the kind of shit. It would be like, holy fuck. 1 in 100 ain't bad odds. I mean, mathematically rolling the same number out of 100 twice is still pretty high. That's still pretty fucking high. It, like, yeah, I don't know. It's, I don't know, because, again, you know, sometimes your players do something stupid, and I don't want to just have them fail, but I also want them to know, like, okay, the thing that you're doing is really dumb, and will probably kill you, but we'll see. Like, for example, one of my players has a suit of armor that can negate a magical effect. So essentially, if they get hit with a magical effect, they can choose to just negate it. And essentially, like, it consumes the charge on the armor. And the charge replenishes every day. But the thing is, the thing that holds the charge is essentially just a fucking car battery that is, like, attached to the side of the armor. So there was a part where a bunker door needed electricity to open. And so like, in a moment of, like, panic, because they were being chased by this, like, horrendous, like, ooze monster, the player went, hey, can I just, like, connect my battery to the bunker door? And, well, you know, no, with you know, I don't know if you guys know anything about electrical engineering, but when you, like, cross currents, it might not go well. And I'm just saying. So they managed to succeed one of those, like, fake die situations. But it was like, yeah, no, if they had failed, the other players would have just watched them, like, you guys know that scene from Smiling Friends where Bill Nye's like, death isn't scary at all. No, it's perfect. Like they just would have watched that as they just fucking plummeted down the ladder well. They would have just watched them immediately die. But they succeeded. They succeeded. They survived 2 fate dies. Because the second one, they essentially, like, decided to smack these, like, abjuration runes they were tasked with protecting. They wanted to hit it. And they succeeded. Barely. So they didn't die, and instead they essentially got, like, a boost to their intelligence, so they could actually understand what the runes did. I was going to say, electricity is not something that should be played with, but, like, literally, they all would have just watched them instantaneously, like, die.
Yeah, don't cross the beams and don't cross currents. That's your moral of the story. The funny part is, we've been playing for almost 3.5 months, and I think the really funny part is, the players just finished the prologue. they like just finished like the prologue. And like I find it really funny because I'm like, dude, they haven't even gotten to like the meat and potatoes of the of the adventure. The adventure predominantly takes place on like a abandoned boardwalk, and well, it's more like essentially like an abandoned theme park. Think like Disneyland kind of shit. Um, but if Disneyland like 50 years ago was hit by some like meteor or magical strike that caused like whatever the fuck it was hit with to seep and ooze like magical energy into the park. So basically like I'm trying to think of a good comparative. Essentially like everyone there was a poof gone. The park was just gone. There was just essentially just a crater left. And now suddenly the park is back. And that's what the party is kind of like having to investigate. Arc flashes can be powerful enough to shear 2 out of 4 2x4s out of a concrete foundation. Yes. But yeah, no, the party like just made it there. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty funny. It's really funny. I do find it funny though because my party has like trauma. I was about to say, chat, my party has trauma. Because like every time they go up to a dorm, I just ask them, "How do you open the door?" And I think they all have trauma because like they the region is like war torn. Like there was essentially like there was essentially like a military like civil war that had occurred. And technically there's still parts of the region that are still like fighting with the greater power. So they would come across like these buildings and shit and find out like there's like tripwires and stuff. And I think you have like a dead man switch on like a door with like grenades once or twice to the point where even at like the tavern that's like fully populated, you very carefully open a door, which admittedly is really funny. It is, if nothing else, I know that I've done a good job giving my players trauma. Or not, I don't know. Is it how many booby traps, chat, is too many? Also, further question. Chat, I have to ask you guys on a logistical thing. So let's just say there's like a hallway, right? Okay, there's a hallway, and there's a pitfall trap. Like death spikes and stuff inside of the pitfall trap, okay? But you can see the trap, right? You can see the trap. So, what would you do? You would jump over it, right? Now, what if I told you, on the other side of that, there's a hidden spike trap. So this one, the first one, is fake. It's not real. It's an illusion. This is a real one. Is that considered a dick move? Would that be considered a dick move? So they jump into the actual spike trap. Is that rude? I don't know. That feels like just a bit. I mean, it'd be funny though. It's funny, isn't it? Because, you have the expectation that, oh yeah, they didn't roll the perception, they can do it anytime. That's what I was going to say. If you roll a good enough perception check, you would eventually be able to see. But the thing is, illusions in D&D you have to actively, check, for them. You do not passive an illusion. And so that's the thing. So if someone's like, I want to check for traps, or I want to like, I'm looking around and you do it and you perception, yeah, you would be able to see like, oh yeah, like the pit shimmers a little bit and like the area beyond it shimmers a little bit more. But like most people don't. So most people will just go, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump in, and then they're like, like, oh no, I've been stabbed. I'm dead. Also, I don't do insta kill traps. I feel like insta kill traps are kind of a dick move. Unless it's like, someone like explicitly knows that something is like super deadly and they fuck with it. But like when it's like general traps, I feel like insta killing is, at least the players, is kind of a dick move. You know what I mean? Dick move would be a pit with just enough water to make their socks wet. Exactly. But I don't know. I feel like insta killing someone outright is like really like not good outside of like certain circumstances. So whenever I hear about like cool traps, I'm like, these are awesome. But I feel like, oh, if you just like insta kill the players with them, it's like, yeah, I don't know. What about eating someone? I don't know, man. I don't really do fetishy stuff in my D&D games. No offense. I've always had a very staunch position that I don't really like fetish game stuff. At no point have I ever liked that, which is why at no point on my Twitch career have I ever played fetish type games. It doesn't appeal to me. Insta-kill traps without good reason to be there are what we call cringe. I mean, dude, I feel like if the DM has an insta-kill trap, and it's the DM's own design, that's one thing. I will say, dude, there are some older modules though that will fuck you over, dude. There'll be older modules, and it'll be like, oh, yeah, they can't detect this, and if they walk on this square, they're just killed instantaneously. Old D&D was crazy, dude. Old D&D was fucking crazy. Wendigo wise, kill then eat. I don't think I've had anybody get killed and eaten. That's still I would say that's still pretty grounds for fetish stuff. I don't really jive with that in my games. I feel like Fear and Hunger is a bit of an exception, but Fear and Hunger I just doesn't I don't know, it's not the same. I feel like a lot of people when they have the expectation of eating someone in a game, they're like, ooh, roll to struggle. I don't give a shit about that, bro. I 100% do not give a fuck about that. I think that shit is boring, and you are literally better off just looking up freeporngames.com. I just don't like having fetishy shit in my D&D games. I feel like it takes away from it too much. Now, I will say a small bit of sexual stuff is fine. Maybe a monster got its cocko out or something like that, but I don't know. I feel like when it's if you want to play fetish RPGs, there are plenty of people for that. Do I allow feet? Bards. Well, they're again, I think a bard seducing, whatever, that's cool. But I'm not gonna sit there and be going into elaborate detail, oh yeah, dude, rubs hands together. Oh yeah. I don't know. I think for a very humorous moment, it could work. I think artistic nudity is fine in D&D. I think artistic nudity is fine. But that's the extent. If someone's oh, I seduce this thing, congratulations. You do that in a fade to black thing, we're gonna do other stuff at the party. Fuck who you want, but I'm not about to be over here and be oh, the monster bores you. If something eats you, it's not in a fetishy way. It's a that thing had a stat that said that it would fucking eat you, and you're probably going to die horribly. I cite the monster known as the Frog Keymith, for example.
Everyone has feet, dipshit. It came free with your fucking legs. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Half of the party laughed their ass off while the other tried to help break you free. You seduce the dragon, roll to endure. Thankfully, I don't have any players in my current game that are like that, which is pretty nice, you know? I don't really have any players that are, like, sexually charged. We had one. We don't have they had to leave the game. So I don't know. I most of my players are not like the most sexually charged individuals. It's nice to see them form like moderate friendships with the NPCs. I can wholeheartedly say I don't think I've ever actually like fully DM'd for a bard. I never see people play bards. Despite like the memes, I never have players that want to be a bard. Everyone always just wants to be like a wizard or some shit. Okay, looks to Baldur's Gate. Okay, Baldur's Gate is like an exception. It's not the norm. But like bards are cool. I think bards are cool, but again, I also feel like the trope of like the bard that fucks everything is like too overdone. It's like too overdone. I don't like it. If sexual things are involved in the game, they should absolutely take a back seat. I mean, I just don't like having like that kind of stuff. Again, the most my games ever have is maybe like artistic nudity or something like that. You know, like an occasional like bestial monster might have like a spoingus or something, or like tatas. But like not every goblin is running around with his fucking spoingler out, you know, like no. It doesn't really boil down to much outside of that. But again, you know, that's just my thing. There are plenty of DMs I know that will have you like roll to not get like raped, and I cannot understand why anybody would want to play in that. But hey, you know, if that's your thing, you know, then sure, bro. Not my thing. Whoa, dude, you think I'm kidding? I remember. Okay, let me tell you guys a little bit of like a Muzu RPG like experience. Roll20 has a forum system. For those of you that don't know, Roll20 is like was the premier like way, and still kind of is like the free way to play like a lot of TTRPGs online, long distance. And I remember when Roll20 like first really came out, they still do have a forum system. Okay. And there's a section that's LFG, like looking for games. And when I tell you that like back then it was a lawless cesspit, it still is a cesspit. But it was even more lawless. You would essentially have DMs posting their games. And a lot of these DMs would post like game, like, oh hey, wanna join my game, and like list like benefits. And like the shit that some of these people would list as like reasons to join their game were crazy. Like I remember like one DM was like, only join my game if you want a Game of Thrones meets Berserk style experience. Don't play if you don't want your character to get raped and molested. Your character can get sexually assaulted at any moment and shit like that. And like they would think like that's a selling point. Like I don't understand how that's supposed to be a selling point. But you know, this was like 2015, 2016. But it would be shit like that, and it'd be like, how is that a selling point? Who wants to play with that? I just remember like shit like that, and you just kind of have to go like, why? Like what? Those are the weird times. I mean, I would say like the LFG board on Roll20 is not that bad anymore, but I just distinctly remember shit like that, and I'm like, why? Play my game if you hate fun. I mean, those are the kinds of DMs that also will like sometimes just not disclose that stuff, and then there'll be like RPG horror stories written about them where it's like, oh yeah, dude, I was playing in a campaign, and then just randomly my DM went on like a 10-paragraph narration about how my character was molested by goblins. Just in the middle of that. Walking away is okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know how that could be a selling point, but you know. Yeah, dude, it would be like the Wild West back then, dude. That was like the shit. You guys want to know what my first D&D character was? I'm curious, can any of you guys guess what class I played in D&D? Like my first ever character class. Bard. Nah. I didn't understand spell casting, so it wasn't a spellcaster. Ba, 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 ba. Barbarian, rogue, no. You're getting warmer though. You're definitely getting warmer. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Fighter, no. Damn, is this class that forgotten? Oh my god. I'm genuinely surprised that this class is that forgotten. I guess nobody plays this class. Dwarf is not a class. That's a race. Damn. Dude, no one fucking guessed it. That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy to me. The first class I ever played was a monk. You know, punch shit. Yeah, except my character was like not actually that good. My character was like okay at punching, but I just distinctly remember because like this was like the first time I ever played D&D. So I'm just sitting there. I was playing a halfling, so like a hobbit monk, and the DM was like, "Oh yeah, you can do anything." And I just remember I was just like, "I have a hatchet." The DM's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can I just like lop off the heads of these goblins?" And the DM was like, "Yeah, you can get like 4 goblin heads." I was like, "Okay." And then we go into the next fight, and I just start throwing the heads of the previous goblins at the other goblins. That will always be like my favorite experience. I do not know what provoked me to go like Doomslayer on these poor fucking goblins, but can you just imagine just this little like midget comes into the room all angry and just throws the head of one of your coworkers at you or at your friend, killing them instantaneously. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Honestly, dude, I need to bring back that character. I don't even remember what their name was. I need to bring back like that archetype of just a monk or some shit of just someone who just throws the heads of enemies at other enemies. Call it like the headsman or some shit, and they just have like a chain of heads, like one of those like like a bandolier for bullets, but it's just got like different heads clipped to it, and they just throw them at people. That'd be pretty funny. It would be not effective at all, but just imagine the shock on like a player's face when they get hit with like the barkeep's head or something like that. Minecraft Steve. Hitting them with the Minecraft crap, Steve. I don't know, what would be a good name for like a monster that does that? I don't know. The head taker? Headsman? Not sure. I think that'd be a fun thing. It would be a really funny enemy, but it would only be referential to me because that was like my first ever D&D character. And so like I feel like you always generally remember your first character. Like your first. I think the thing that sucks though is like 5e just does not have a system in place for throwing weapons. Like thrown weapons in 5e are like non-existent. It's really dumb. And there's like basically like no builds that I'm aware of like you can go for to do like a thrown weapon build. Unless your DM is like super cool. If you have like a really cool DM that like kind of homebrews some stuff, then like, you know, it's fucking hot. But like if you don't, just you get to like suck an egg out of your ass or something like that. Which, kind of sucks, but also welcome back from the ads. You fucking losers. Yeah, I was about to say, I think the only, like, thrown weapon thing that I can even think of is, like... I think the fighter has, like, a fighting style for thrown weapons or something like that. Let me check that. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the fighter has a thrown weapons, like, thing. Let me just check. Yeah, they have... Oh, no. No, they don't even have that. Oh. Yeah, I guess you just get to go, like, fuck yourself. Oh, okay, actually... I feel like a character that just throws stuff can work as long as your DM just goes, hey, ranged weapons and thrown weapons are the same. Because in 5th edition, they're not. And I think that's really dumb, because, like, there's, like, nothing to go with thrown weapons. But if your DM just goes, oh, yeah, you can just be, like, anything that applies to ranged weapons also applies to a thrown weapon, that works. I think that's fine. That's the thing. That's what most RPG systems just do that. But like 5th edition, it kind of just feels like they just said, eh. But I feel like if you do that, you could actually play like a fighter and just be really good at throwing. You could play a thrown weapons character if you throw like high yield explosives. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm talking about just like a guy that carries like 14 fucking like hatchets, and just in any engagement, you just like Castlevania like a guy to death. But if you just say, hey, like if the DM just goes, hey, thrown weapons and ranged weapons count as the same thing, then suddenly you can actually be like a really good, because like fighters are stupidly good at just attacking. Guy that throws a random bullshit to kill 100 goblins? Yeah, dude, that would be funny. I remember in Pathfinder 2nd edition, there is like a build you can do that is purely built around improvisational weapons. Like literally you are good at just picking up random bullshit and beating people to death with it. So like you could just pick up like a chair and like do like insane damage by just smashing a chair over somebody's head. I always thought that was really cool. Whereas like 5th edition doesn't have anything like that, because Wizards of the Coast sucks eggs. But the thing is, if you tell people that you want to play a different RPG, they're not going to play that RPG. I hate it here. No one wants to play like non-Dungeons and Dragons. But whereas I feel like Pathfinder solves like so many issues, dude. Pathfinder solves so many fucking issues. Like, genuinely, I think if you, like, have issues with 5th edition, look to Pathfinder, and you will probably have a better experience. But, like, good luck getting anyone to play Pathfinder. Like, I get that it's like better, but like no one wants to play. When you ask your friends to play an RPG, they're gonna want to play, they're gonna want to play D&D. No one wants to play fucking Pathfinder, which sucks. Because like Pathfinder is literally the better RPG by like a mile, at least in my view. It makes combat really easy to understand, because instead of going like, oh, you have like an action and a bonus action and a free action, it just goes, okay, you see this, you have 3 pips. Okay, if you want to attack with a small weak attack, 1 pip. Those pips are everything you can do. You want to move, that's 1 pip. You want to swing a heavy attack, that's 2 pips. The spell that you want to use, that's 2 pips. Like, dude, I remember, like, I thought Pathfinder looked so difficult, and then I, like, looked into it and I was like, oh, this is, like, piss easy, dude. And the best part is, the material is free! I think that's the other part that I find so funny. It's like, the material is just free. It's just all there. It's free. Like, kicking and screaming. It's free. You can literally find all of the information for free online. But the other part is, again, you also won't find like a lot of like content online for Pathfinder. But thankfully, an RPG is an RPG. A TTRPG is a TTRPG is a TTRPG. Rules like advice on like how to DM better for like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition also applies to pretty much any other TTRPG, with some exceptions. But yeah, dude, Pathfinder is like insane, and it's like all just like free. Like, that's what I think, the part that I find crazy. You can literally just access all of the information for free. All of the races, if there's ever an official thing printed, you can just access it for free. And that, I don't know. I think like that's just important to me, because like with D&D, dude, the Wizards makes it so hard to access stuff, especially like for like online like tools and stuff like that, right? It's like, oh, well, if you want to be able to play this race, you need this $30 book, and oh, you want this, oh, you need this $20 supplement, and this and that. And whereas like Pathfinder, it's like, oh, it's just all there. Just search it. You could just go, oh, I want to be, let's character, like on their website. You can go like, oh, I can actually probably pull this up. I don't know if you guys want to see this, but I'm gonna just nerd out, because also, dude, I just realized it's like the Will Smith like song playing. Will Smith. I like pretty girls, bro. This is like Unkcore, which sucks too, because Will Smith actually has a pretty good voice. Okay, but like, so there's like this website, right? It's called the Archives of Nethys. This is, I'm 90% certain this is actually just purely, but this is by like the official people for Pathfinder, or like damn near close. And you can just be like, oh, okay, I want to make a character. Okay, ancestries, which are like species. And you can see all of them for free! You could literally go like, oh man, let me see. Flesh warp. What is a flesh warp? Flesh warps are people whose forms were created or radically transformed by magic, alchemy, or unnatural energies. You'd be like, oh, I want to do this. You can just hover over it, and it literally will tell you like, oh, or you can click on it. Oh, you can be it'll tell you like, oh, how rare are they? And it'll be like, oh yeah, like here's like their information, and then here you go. It's like all this information is free, and like Wizards would make you pay for like a $30 supplement that would have this book in it. It's just free, and you go like, oh, what about I'm pretty sure archetypes are, again, it's been like 3 or 4 years, but you can go like, oh yeah, here's like the archetypes, and it's like, oh, what are archetypes? They're the classes. Again, it's just all like free, and like I think that's cool. Also, the other thing that I think is really cool is I'm pretty sure you can just make a Pathfinder character for free. So like if you're like, oh well, what about like character sheets and stuff? All of the information, all of the information is also free. I'm pretty sure there's like an official app that you can like get, and it'll just have access to literally everything, and you can just make a character using that app. Like again, I just find it, if nothing else, just amusing how like simple this all is. And again, like the gameplay is like not that difficult. Apologies to like everyone who probably doesn't actually care. Everyone's like, "Oh, Muzu, like shut the fuck up. I don't care about this. Show your tits. Show Bob. Show Bobs." But like, I'm passionate about this. Okay, I like TTRPGs. Show Beatles. Show Bobs. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, also, dude, there's like so many like cool like class types that I think are also like really cool, and like much more. Obviously, you have like your standard. You have your standard fare, right? Barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, uh, monk, rogue, sorcerer, witch, and wizard. But then you have like other things like gunslinger, inventor, investigator, kineticist. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Magus, monk, oracle, psychic, alchemist, animist, summoner, swashbuckler. You can be a goddamn pirate, bro. You can dance cast on people. And like any of these, and like a lot of these come from like other sources and stuff too, right? Like I think that's the other like crazy part. But then like even like the just like how to play, like you have like pips, and like instead of having to go, oh, was that a bonus action? No, things will just tell you what they do. Like if you go to spells and you're just like, I don't know, man, fucking detect magic. Okay, what is detect magic? Detect magic is a cantrip, by the way, in Pathfinder. It is a cantrip. So you don't have to waste a spell. You can just cast detect magic. Musa doing a Smash announcer. It's just like the systems of like Pathfinder Second Edition is infinitely better than like Dungeons and Dragons. I genuinely I wish, like, and like the other thing is it's like there's like, okay, here's like this spell, needle darts. Okay, it will literally just be like, it gives you like the information, and oh, like needles fly out. Okay, whatever. Tells you what it targets, and then I'm pretty sure somewhere there's like a pip system. I'm like 90% certain like everything that you can do, actions and activities. Here we go. Yeah, basic actions. So you have like your actions, and then you have like, so you see this symbol? That's a pip. Now, as starting out, you have 3 pips. And like doing things uses a pip, which makes it so much fucking easier to understand than Dungeons and Dragons. Because Dungeons and Dragons is like, you have an action, you have a free action, you have, oh, can I move? And it's so much. Whereas like with this, it's like, oh, I have 3 pips. Okay, so I want to crawl somewhere. So you can move 5 feet by crawling. Oh, I want to aid somebody. I want to help them. Okay. Oh, I want to escape. Like I've been grabbed or restrained. Let me escape. That's 1 pip. And, like, that just makes it, like, a lot easier to understand how things work. Because also, like, your character, like, the stuff that you do will just tell you what it does. So it's a lot easier to just go, how do I just how can I describe this? You guys have played like RPGs before, right? Like Pokemon, Dragon Quest, that kind of stuff, right? It's like mana. It's like in your turn, you have like a set amount. It's essentially like the easy way to view is just that. And it makes it so much easier for people to like actually be able to like, and you know, the thing is, a lot of them aren't even really used all that much, but it still helps. But like that's the thing is it helps you to like be able to just quickly pick it up and go. Actually, does movement even use a pip? Stride. Yeah. So yeah, movement it's technically called stride, but it's 1 pip. And again, you start off with I think like 3 pips. Also, there's also just a handy player's guide, which just helps you understand how this works, etc. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure you get like 3 pips, and then obviously, like as you like, you know, you play different classes and stuff, things open up a lot more. But like, it's like, oh, I'll use like, I need to move a lot, so I'll just use pip, pip. I'll use like stride, stride, and just like you know, dart over to an area, and then it's like, oh, I still have 1 pip left. Okay, I'll attack. Now, obviously, like some weapons and such might incur like a more of a weapon like more of a pip, but you'd be like, oh yeah, like .1 move, .2 move, strike, and then I'll hit them, and there you go, that's my turn. I don't have to worry about anything else, and it's just so much easier to understand. I know I'm like a broken record, but I like from the brief amount of like Pathfinder 2nd edition that I played, it was way easier for me as a player who had never played it before to understand. And I don't know. Maybe I'm also just tired of. Maybe I'm also just tired of D&D. I feel like Wizards just keeps like kicking D&D players and like the face, like in the teeth, and then just like expecting us to just not give a shit. I don't know. Maybe I am tired. Maybe. But yeah, Pathfinder is just it's really cool. And also it's just got a lot of shit that like is just built into the system. You can be like a fucking a Yaogwai. What is this? Beings who usually begin their existence as simple animals, but have found means to transcend their original forms through the power of cultivation. Obviously, some of these are a little scrungy. Like, I saw Kitsune. Where was it? I saw Kitsune somewhere. Somewhere in this selection. Yeah, there we go. Kitsune. I mean, we got a what Kolo hyena headed humanoids. But you know, you got your standard races like Leshies and orcs. You know, chat, you can be an orc. Orcs are cool. I feel like orcs get a lot of hate. I think orcs are probably like my favorite fantasy race. But I feel like the issue with orcs is purely just the fact of like Pathfinder fans when the Wanderlost fans get up. Oh my god.
Ah, yes, Kitsune, a pseudo-godlike being. Did it say that? Did it actually say it was a pseudo-godlike being? Probably did. But again, a lot of these, some of these are from like crazy like supplements. So I'm not too surprised. There it is. Witty people, charismatic and witty people with a connection to the spiritual that grants them magical abilities, chiefly the power to shape change into other forms, whether they pass unseen among other peoples or hold their tails high. Kitsune are clever observers of the societies around them. I don't know. Also, yeah, some of these archetypes are pretty cool too. Also, the other thing is like your class can like evolve. I of course that was not really a thing that I like. I like got into fully, but like your class actually does like evolve after a certain point. So like if you like dedicate yourself into like a certain thing, you can become like better at like a certain thing. So there's like certain like advanced versions of classes that exist. A wild mimic? What the fuck? Anyway, sorry. I hate to like rant, but I just think Pathfinder is pretty cool. Part of me wishes that like my current game was in Pathfinder, but I feel like it would be way too much like time and effort to like switch. It's rough. It is rough, but yeah, I don't know, it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. I also like certain things, like for example, in Pathfinder, fighters are actually good at killing things, which I know that's like such a shock. But like when a fighter uses a sword versus like any other class, they have a much higher chance to crit. Just like as is. Which means like a fighter will crit, like depending on like what they're playing, might crit on like a 17. So fighters just crit like all the damn time in Pathfinder. They just do that. Dungeons and Dragons kind of has that, but also the other thing is like weapons have like crit like stats. Like like weapons will crit on different dice. You know, so it's like I don't even know where the fuck it would say that off the top of my head, but like certain weapons will just crit on like certain other dice. Like I remember distinctly like a pickaxe crit at like a much lower roll. So it was a lot easier because like, you know, you're like hitting someone with the end of a pickaxe. So it's like it's much more easy to be like precise and like fucking like you know, blow somebody to fucking smithereens with a pickaxe. I remember when I played, dude, I crit a guy in the back of the head with a pickaxe. It was like this guy that we were supposed to like go like steal a book from, and we managed to break into like his office. And so while my friend, my companion in the adventure, one of them, was searching through his desk, I stood by the door and just readied an action to just like pickaxe someone who came in. And of course, the guy who we were supposed to take the book from comes in. Like, bro came in. And I just immediately pickaxed and crit him in the head. He was just killed instantaneously. But that was funny. It was cool. I don't know. Critical hits are just like pog. And it sucks that like D&D kind of only makes it like a 20, like a nat 20.
Pros and cons. Is there not even a pickaxe like here? Is that not a thing anymore? Oh wait, this is only 50. Pickaxe. Is it called something else? Combat fishing pole? Excuse me? A combat Yo, chat. How would you guys feel about getting hit with a combat fishing pole? The fatal trait includes a die size. On a critical hit, the weapon's damage die is increased to that of the die size. The weapon viciously pierces the target, who takes 2 additional damage per weapon die. Where does it say the crit range? That's the part I don't remember. I know this is what I hit the guy with. Is it a fishing pole with a dagger attached to the line? I think it's like a makeshift, like, flail. I do not remember how where you see the crit rate of, like, a weapon. It's somewhere. It's fucking somewhere. But like the pickaxe crits on like a 17 or something like that. So it's like you're more likely to crit with this weapon, and then when it does, it basically does like a brutal critical, and that's just built into the weapon, dude. Like I don't know. I would love to like convert my like current game into Pathfinder. But I don't know if my players would want that. I feel like I don't know. There's like so many elements, but I'm like I feel like this is like such an easier system to understand over D&D. Like once you actually like have a tiny idea, it's a hell of a lot easier once your character's made. Just be like, oh, I want to cast this spell. Okay, it uses 2 points. Yeah, baseline. Like baseline, it's a much easier system to understand, but it seems like so difficult outward. Where the fuck do you find out what a weapon's crit is? I don't know. Somewhere in here, or maybe that is Hi Zero. Hello. Or I'm just talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Hello. Oh wait, here we go. Fighter. Okay. It says it somewhere. Fighter feats. You gain a fighter class feat. Dude, where does it say that you get a better crit? Dude, I swear I'm not making this up, because, like, crits are, like, so fucking weird in... Crits are, like, so weird in... They're, like, so weird in Pathfinder. Is it Vicious Swing? Snagging Strike? I feel like so stupid. Double Slice! Bonk. Just hit him in the head with a pickaxe. What could go wrong? Chat, is Muzu schizo? Is Muzu Nomi schizo? Crits are AC versus attack, and perks change it and weapon skills. Okay, but like, doesn't it say somewhere? I swear to God that fighters crit easier. I swear to God that's a thing. Because like you can crit on like an 18 and shit. Where does it say that? Dude, am I actually crazy? Look at weapon-specific perks.
Weapon specific, like, is it, you mean like a feat? Is there like a pickaxe feat? Pick. Yes, feat. Is there like a pick feat? Dig quickly. Wait. Crits are AC versus attack, and perks change it. Wait, what? Bro, I swear to God, I'm not this schizo. Pack hunter, pickpocket. Weapon familiarity. Your familiarity with what is your weapon for the purposes of proficiency, you treat these martial weapons as simple weapons that are advanced. Dude, I think I might be schizo-pizzo. I'm sure that it's listed somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. I like how there's a fucking combat fishing pole, dude. Just casually. Does it say it here? Pick fish is your fish's weapon. Okay, critical specialization. When you strike with certain weapons to get a critical success, this is called a crit specialization effect. The exact effect depends on which weapon your belongs to. Oh. Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, the weapon who takes 2 additional damage die per weapon damage die. That's it. Yeah, so basically, like, if you hit an enemy, if you get a crit, this thing does 1d10, but if you get a crit, it does 1d12. But then, actually, if you get a crit, it does 3d12. So essentially, with a great pick, if you crit on somebody, they get hit for like the divine like smite of God. Like you actually just lay into them, and it's really funny. So, dude, just imagine like this like rich like noble just walking into his office to go grab a paper, and then he gets crit for like 3d12 damage right into the side of the head. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, chat. Is there like a specific one that makes it so it's easier to crit? Ever stand? I don't know. It's probably somewhere. Yeah, dude. Crit on that thing. A33 is my fave, though. We love Columbo. Just, one more thing. One more thing, chat. One more thing. We love Columbo. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Sorry that I'm like nerding out about like Pathfinder. I just think it's neat. Also, chat, another thing in Pathfinder that is really like I thought was really cool is like in D&D, there's a system called opportunity attacks, which basically are just like, okay, so let's just say like I'm right here. There's a dude right next to me. If I leave the area, this dude gets an opportunity attack. He gets a free attack on me as I try to leave. Which is kind of bad, because whereas like you can like, you have to do all this like shit to like push back and like, not have it, and whereas like Pathfinder doesn't have that.
like the only like there's certain things that give it like reactive strike. Like the fighter is, I'm pretty sure, the only class outside of like feats and stuff that like other classes and races might have that can have an opportunity attack. Which means like enemies will just kind of free flow in and out of combat. And it's really fucking funny. Cuz they don't, a lot of times they don't even expect this to happen, and a lot of guys, like, things that you fight don't have that. I don't know. I just think it's and you know, I don't know. I just like how like simple the system is to get into. Oh no, there's many combat maneuvers can be reacted. Well, yes, but I'm saying like baseline. A lot of classes don't have the reactive strike. Obviously, again, I don't have like the huge, like the biggest understanding, because again, I only ever got to play on one Pathfinder 2e game, but like I just remember that being a thing. Like, oh yeah, you could just like free flow in and out of combat. Now, obviously, some things do have that and some things don't, but as a baseline, it's not a thing you have usually. Obviously, I'm sure that there's like other classes that probably also have something similar. Like, I'm sure there's like spells that you might be able to, but yeah. No, it's just cool. Also, some of the classes they toss in, like you got like a gunslinger, inventor. It's pretty cool. You make like robops. You make a robop. Making do robop. Robop. Beep boop. It's a champion. Emissary. Oh, champion is just a paladin. Huh. Paladin. What? Why call it a champion? Pretty sure anyone can do an opportunity attack. No. I'm 90% certain that most of the other classes don't, as an initial baseline, have an opportunity attack. I'm pretty certain that's not the case. Cause like there's this symbol, which like you usually only have like one reaction. That's the reaction symbol. And I'm pretty sure, at least on like baseline rules, excluding extraneous shit, only the fighter is the one that initially has the ability to attack when somebody leaves their space. Combat maneuvers. Where the fuck would you see combat maneuvers? Combat maneuver. Yeah, I was about to say that, like, wait, are combat maneuvers like the pips? Is that what they're actually called? I was about to say, I know that there's like, yeah, I know that there's like other versions of the. According to Google AI, in 5e, any class can opportunity attack. I'm not talking about 5e. This is Pathfinder. My brother in Christ, we're not even talking about the same TTRPG. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there probably are other ways to like, hold on. Boop. Let me check. Which the reason why is essentially like you can eventually get like a feat in Pathfinder like a couple of feats that will allow you to opportunity attack. But the thing is, opportunity attacks are essentially like being so proficiently trained in combat that you, as a result, know how to capitalize on an opponent's weakness or movements. And that's, that's not something that everybody would have. Like some of the classes do eventually get it. Like, I remember Barbarian, I think, does actually get it, and like a few of the other ones do. I thought you usually started with at least 2 feats. What about 3 or 4? But yeah, it's just easier. It's just so much easier to understand Pathfinder. I know. I keep like double blind and deaf Oracle sharing her curse with enemies. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I have to be honest, I don't know about most of the like classes. I have to be honest, I don't know about most of the classes because even when I played, I'm pretty sure like all of the other players were just like the baseline classes. Which was like totally fine, right? But like, they do exist. Like, what is an oracle? Or oracle. Details. You conduit divine powers eschews the traditional channels of prayer and servitude. You instead glean sacred truths. Oh yeah, the one that's like mysteries and shit. I forgot about them. They do like curses and stuff. Focus point. To cast a focus spell. You refill your focus pool during daily up preparations. You can regain 1 focus point by spending 10 minutes using the refocus activity to search for omens in a way befitting of your mystery. Yeah, you like focus on like some crazy nene ass fucking mystery. Again, I don't know what like half of these classes do, but like, I mean, I'm sure like there's, I'm sure there's one for literally everyone. If the baseline, like, druid, monk, fighter, paladin, cleric, if that sounds boring to you, I'm sure that there's another, like, class in here that's like, oh, I wanna, summon shit. Okay. I don't actually know which one is, like, a summoner. I thought there was a summoner. Also, I do remember that like magic is like insane. Like, dude, wizards are always known for being like stupid powerful. But like I just distinctly remember like the spell slow literally like can just shut down entire combat. Which is the pet class? Okay. I just remember like the spell like slow and like in like D&D it's like but like in like Pathfinder it's like, oh yeah, if somebody fails like the save on the slow spell, that's it. Like you literally just beat them to death. You're like a car crash in slow motion. Yeah, I don't know. There is literally a summoner class. I just can't read. And of course there are some classes that are like more uncommon. So like it's nice that they're kind of grouped. So it's like you have like, the common classes, and then you have like uncommon, gunslinger, and inventors, because not every system has guns. Though I will say, dude, Pathfinder like base rules has guns, which I like. Guns and fantasy go hand in hand. Listen, dude, if a guy can go like power word scrunch, spine scrunch, I feel like it's perfectly reasonable for like a dwarf to have like a handheld cannon. I'm just saying, like, I hate DMs that are like. I hate DMs that are like so strict on stuff because it's like, dude, if I can play a wizard and literally cast like spinal scrunch, why can't I have a gun? And with that being said, I hate DMs that enforce racial stereotypes. I remember, dude, when like 5th edition first came out, no one ever DMs were so racist against like orcs for like no reason. And I think that's because like with like 5th edition becoming super popular and was a merchant wizard healer who had amnesia after the other members of the party. What system was that, log trimmer? What is the inventor? You make like robots and shit. What is it? What is an exemplar? What is this? As the war god died, his power reigned. Oh, I'm sorry. They just have a class where you're a god. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I forgot the part where Pathfinder had a fucking like Percy Jackson class. What? What is this? Bro, you actually are like have like deific power. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the part where you got to be Percy goddamn Jackson. My mistake. I can understand why this class would be labeled as rare. But like I like these. I like having all of these different options. It gives some uniqueness. Like you can just be an alchemist. I think it was the Shattered Hand. Yeah, but what like game system was that? Like Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Cthulhu, Pathfinder. Okay, do psychics cast Psi? Oh yeah, that's right, dude. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so like from what I remember, does this system have warlocks? Oh, that's right. There are no warlocks. Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. There's no warlocks. Dude, I forgot about this. Yeah, there's not a warlock. But well, at least like the D&D rendition of warlock, it's not here. It's like split across like multiple things. So if you like having like a little like summon companion to help you cast and do stuff, there's the witch. If you like taking a cantrip and like modifying it, there's psychic, which can like supercharge a cantrip to like be like a fireball. If you prefer like, oh, I really like the custom like pick your own spell adventure kind of thing of warlocks, there's the Oracle. What is the Guardian? You are a steel. Oh, you're just a tank. Yeah, and there's also like a spell slord, and also I've been told that monks in Pathfinder are broken. I might be misremembering this, but I vaguely remember that monks like in Dungeons and Dragons, monks are just like the and like that's it. And then like I remember like in like Pathfinder being told that like monks will like walk up and be like, I just pinched walk up like pinch a nerve, and then the guy just like dies. Knockout technique. Oracle can get constant and free silent casting. Yeah, I remember Oracle had the vibe of feeling like it was the closest to like what I remember of Warlock. Remember watching some DM 5th edition wiki or something? This is Pathfinder. This is actually Pathfinder 2e. And it's like it's like official. Like this is like supported by Paizo. Like all of the information of Pathfinder is just free and easily available. I've just been gushing about like I've just been gushing about like Pathfinder, because like I feel like it's just a much easier to approach system over D&D. It's a lot easier to, in my opinion, to play and run Pathfinder than it is to run D&D. This is a Starfinder, yeah. Now, obviously, it does get complicated, especially like with like casters. I still need to like look into that, but like it's a lot easier. Also, you can just like make a character on an app. Like, there's just like an official Pathfinder like character builder on the App Store completely for free, which will help you make a character. I don't know how easy. I don't know if this like connects to Roll20 though. That's the one part I don't know. I don't know. Does I did an old elf with some revolver in my last D&D party. That motherfucker is cursed, so each time he says something related with death, it cries like a fucking dog. Yeah, I don't know. Making like character sheets and stuff with like Pathfinder is like stupid easy. And I always just thought that was cool, you know. Actually, what does a Pathfinder character sheet? Do they have character sheets here? No. I have to put some audio of dogs howling your bullshit since I don't want to do it myself, but it's hilarious for my DM hearing that. That sounds terrifying. I don't know. Yeah, Cursed Pants of Stealth squeaks sometimes.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around the dungeon. But the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Is that it actually do like that? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. Just a rogue wearing a leather pants. Okay, but like admittedly cursed pants of stealth that just squeak. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I had a friend who's cursed with squeaky boots. If she tries to wash them, I was about to say, didn't Mr. Krabs almost like actually just kill SpongeBob over the fucking boots?
The boots. The boots. The boots, boyo.
No, the boots, Mr. Krabs. And this. And this.
Stop it! Don't you hear it? Yes, I did it! I did it! I took the boots! They're here! Under the floorboard! Please, make it stop! It's a squeaking of the hideous boots!
Yeah, that's what I imagine. That's what I imagine it would be like. Anyway, chat. Real quick. We're gonna go on a quick BRB. Mostly because there's about to be ads playing, and I have to use the bathroom, and then we're gonna come back and watch some memes. Okay. All right. We're real quick BRB chat. Watch the Beatles for me. Make sure they don't like eat rock.
What's up? Also, I realized the Beatles weren't visible. There you go. Wild Beatles. Wild Beatles. Oh my god. Beatles. Beatles. Wow. The Beatles. We were just a band. Just a couple of guys. We were just a band. Alright, chat. Welcome to hell, motherfucker! We should watch the most.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Apologies for spending more than almost 2 hours talking about Pathfinder. I'm sure that was probably boring to a very large portion of you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Truck driver refused to let anyone
To think, Newzoo caused this snowstorm. I'm sorry.
go past him.
Now talk about trains. I actually never liked trains. I don't know. I never really liked trains, so it's like I can't really speak on them. Ba, ba, ba. It was the Devour Hours.
A cat somehow got into this bank and set off the alarm.
Criminal.
Çarşı şurasında kedi kalmış yukarıda.
I have no information about
For me, trains were baby's first fixation. Have you ever considered egg? Yeah. Yeah. Egg. Yeah.
dancing.
Bro just wanted a deposit.
This method to make you jump higher looks like it actually works.
Bro, Looney Tunes fucking jump. Streaming for vibes, Muzu, there's 40,000 on the line. I need to lock in.
Streaming for vibes.
What is that in reference to?
Muzu,
is
there's
that
40,000 on
thing?
the line.
Holy shit.
You need to lock in.
Dude, I have to say, like, genuinely, fuck that guy's team. Fuck that guy's team, bro. We're just getting bad vibes. $40,000! Bro, the only thing I can comparably think of, like, the closest comparison I could think of is that scene from BoJack. That episode with the BoJack where they burnt like all that money.
Oh, was that too far?
Oh, you want to?
Oh, yes.
Hey, did something exciting?
Rain.
And you treat me like a big
Acting. Feel good about.
It basically just felt like that. I don't know. I cannot find the fucking clip, but literally, like, there's like this game show and he just refuses to like say this dude's name, so they burn like $1 million or something like that instead of it going to charity. Like it was literally like the question was like, who played Frodo Baggins in The Hobbit? And like the game show host was Elijah Wood. And like BoJack was just like such a spiteful little bitch. He just didn't
He just I think he said like Daniel
So
Radcliffe or some
everyone
shit like
started throwing
that.
Snowballs at them.
That's basically what like the $40,000 like tournament thing felt like. Oh shit. Where'd they go?
They tried this trick to keep their cat off the kitchen counter.
Scrumbo! Anti-magic field.
You're adopted. It's true.
Dude. That's fucked. That's fucked. That is actually one of the most messed up lines of BoJack. Everyone here is quote losing their tits. Oh wait. This is a mastectomy chat room.
It's true. I adopted you. I'm sorry that the truth has to be revealed this way.
Hey. Come on. Let's go to bed.
What?
Because it's like 10:30 and I'm tired.
Okay.
The game's up.
Okay.
This pizza delivery guy got into a car accident, but the police helped make sure the pizza still got delivered.
He was worried about his delivery, but he's got to go to the hospital.
Oh my god.
So,
This YouTuber decided to make paper out of pineapples.
Why did that dude look like a kid from the Hunger Games? Oh, are you talking about the guy that played PETA? PETA! Yeah, and what was his name? Like Josh something?
If you have a sweater like this, it's important you keep it all the way up. Keep invaders out. I mean, it's kind of cold outside, but, you know, you need to make sure that nothing will climb in the collar on those. Oh my gosh, she might make it. Oh, here, no, she might, oh,
This guy can solve a Rubik's Cube while water skiing.
Bro, I can't. Okay, chat. How many of you guys can actually solve a Rubik's Cube? I can wholeheartedly say I've never been able to solve a Rubik's Cube. It just doesn't make
His phone
sense.
wasn't working, so he hooked up his phone to his speakers.
I can do 2 layers. What is 2 layers?
So I guess racing on stilts is a thing.
Oh. Oh.
My Americana.
The cube X's me because I refuse to follow any guide and always wing it.
So we're just gonna see
I mean, I know that there's like algorithms or whatever, but I just don't get it.
Okay, what is this? Is this a silky egg? Yeah, is this yours? Hey, oh no. Oh, you.
This cow and this dog were both spotted running away from the police. I just found out that bowling robots exist, and they're actually really good.
this is about to strike. I hope it flat seven. This is about to. Doesn't happen.
These students saved this cat that got stuck.
Bro, they've got AI replacing the fucking bowling.
For some reason, her keys were also
What the
unlocked in the
fuck?
car right next to her.
Photo is my car. That's not my car. That's my car. Whoopsie.
Hamster. Hamster. Oh. Hamster. Oh.
why?
Oh my god, he went dead weight this time.
This person saw this white trail on the road and wanted to see where it led to.
Yo, wait, but actually, me when your mom, when you, your mom, me when your mom. Oh! A rock! Jumbo.
If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. Wow. So true. Wait, come back. I'm not done reading.
This classroom wanted to see if they could get him to perform.
That
a
isn't
simple
yellow
task
paint.
just by saying
A
yes or
rock.
no.
It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
So I guess chickens can stabilize their head really well.
Cock.
These campers didn't realize that they set up their camp in a dried up riverbed.
Ugh!
Don't come any closer. We don't know how the water will go because the water keeps rising really quick.
Oh!
This hawk is somehow frozen.
That,
in the
bro, that's actually kind of fucked, though. Like, low-key.
How does it do that?
Oh, yeah,
That's
it's
true.
probably waiting.
That's so cool.
It's been like 5 minutes.
This hamster is so crazy that it chewed through plastic to escape.
Hamster. Bro, hamsters always die in, like, the worst ways, bro.
They're building a Dunkin' Donuts right next to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Everyone on the sidewalk stopped to watch this busy beaver walk by.
Bro, like, hamsters will die in, like, the worst ways possible. Like, they'll just, like, escape their, like, pen or whatever, like, their little cage, and then you'll just find them, like flat. Flat!
Так, сегодня будет у нас шашлык из мяса снеговика.
Hamsters live forever or die horribly? Like, what is, like, the oldest hamster? Bro, how old has a hamster lived? What's, like, the oldest record of a hamster?
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet.
They have a little silver string they follow, like little soldiers to their gruesome end.
She was gonna be late for work, but this police officer had
Hamster.
her back.
Microwave.
Say that for my boss real quick.
The train is closed, station.
For like how long?
2-3 hours at least.
Thank,
excused.
thank you. I'm gonna be late.
Hurry, throw it.
Hamster in the microwave with silverware. Scorambito.
What the hell? Are you a magical cat?
Batty. What? Batty. Bad knee. Yeah, I have a bad knee.
This guy built a tiny robot that copies his facial expression.
You had a 4-year-old bald and blind one? That's crazy.
Give me a dunk,
Hamster. I was about to say, dude, my beetles can live longer than a hamster.
They're like stars.
Whoa!
Okay, what?
This dog has crazy.
Like, literally, my beetles can live up to, like, 6 years. So the fact that the hamster lives, like, a quarter of that is crazy. Meow. Oh. Oh. I. Is that normal?
Bro, like that, I feel like that's just like death. Like that genuinely straight up feels like death. It's called the death wobble. Oh, okay. Do they do that? Do they just like, do motorcycles do that? He's about to fall through the...
$1,700 pieces.
What? Scrub this.
It's alive.
Sorry, look up the motorcycle death wobble.
This rider gets some insane death wobbles while going 140 miles per hour.
There's a lot of things that can cause a death wobble, from the motorcycle not having balanced tires, a bent rim, hitting a bad crack on the road. Why would anybody want to drive one of these? Why? Bro. Why would anyone want to drive one of these? Oh yeah, I hit a crack on the road. Yeah? like you just die. Like
If your vehicle ever starts wobbling like this, don't do this deadly mistake. This is a death wobble in which front wheel and handlebars start to rapidly oscillate from side to side. It can happen after landing a wheelie or hitting a bump at high speed. Most riders panic and slam the brakes or grip the handlebars tighter, and that's the worst thing you can do. Instead, the only way to survive is loosen your grip, lean your weight forward, and let the bike stabilize itself. If your vehicle
yeah, I don't know, man. If the fact that if you're riding on a thing and it has just a commonality of a death wobble, I feel like you don't want to like ride that. Okay, this guy's actually stupid. 150 mile per hour death wobble. His life didn't flash before his eyes. He binged the whole show and almost finished the spin-off. Oh my god. Yeah, No, thank you. No, thank you. I feel much more comfortable in my car knowing that I'm not gonna have a fucking death wobble.
The sun let out a huge solar flare the other day, and it caused some crazy
You are driving them responsibly, and the death wobble is like, yeah, but it's still like a thing that can happen. I feel a little bit more safe on like my car with 4 wheels. I don't know, again, just the chance of like that happening.
This might be the worst bag of chips ever.
Unopened bag of chips. It sounds like 2 crumbs in here. Open that, let me see what's in there. Are we serious? For real? Oh my.
2 chips.
What the heck?
Criminal!
Are you tiny? Oh my god, he's in jail. What did you do?
They're somehow
Bro
dragged.
got the party size bag. Criminal. Criminal.
Birdie, is daddy not paying attention? Did you put that ball there?
There's an art installation
Oh.
in Sydney that puts your eyes on a bit.
I was about to say, like, fucking, bro, I swear, like, those tiny, like, individual chip things, you will only get, like, 4. You're playing kazoo?
Big screen when you use the binoculars.
Like, play the USSR anthem.
So it turns out baby elephants love playing tag. This YouTuber made a katana completely out of paper.
I'm sorry, did you call it a katana? What? I'm sorry, did he call it a katana?
This YouTuber made a katana
A katana? AI?
completely out of paper.
Why did he call it a katana? Katana. Bro called it a fucking katana.
So this is what it looks like when a parrot grows a new feather.
Katana? Bro, who doesn't know how to pronounce? Who doesn't? AI says the weirdest things. There's no shot that his voiceover is AI.
This played out like a scene from a cartoon.
I don't know if it is. I genuinely would believe that he just doesn't know how to pronounce that word. Oh.
He saw his owners making snow angels and wanted to join in.
How is it? It's good. I was literally just ranting about, for like 2 hours, about how Pathfinder is like honestly better in like most aspects to D&D. I was mostly just talking about that. And how like from like a new player perspective, I genuinely think Pathfinder is just easier for people to understand.
I guess when someone loses...
Because Pathfinder controls a lot more like a traditional RPG as opposed to D&D, which is like, I feel like can be a little too open-ended. Is that a game? Pathfinder is a TTRPG. Kind of like D&D.
An unexpected guest showed up at their picnic.
None of the D&D group is willing to learn. That's the thing, though. The hardest part of Pathfinder is the DMing part. And even that, it's not that hard. Dude, like, Pathfinder is so much easier to understand from a gameplay perspective as a player. Like, once you have your character made, like, that's it, bro. D&D players seem to be afraid of math. There's not even that much there. Dude, the thing I like about Pathfinder is that you have 3 pips. So when there's combat, it's like, okay, movement, that's 1 pip. I want to move a little bit more, that's 2 pips. I want to hit the enemy. That's 3 pips. There you go. Like, it makes it so much, and then you have like a reaction. Also, yeah, there's like rollers and stuff online, but it will just do the math for you.
His cat decided that nap time was over.
Chumbo.
This is addicting.
This guy made a glow-in-the-dark wall using a mixture of paint and glow powder.
What is that move? Bro's just like, yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You guys need to stop. You understand? I've had enough of it.
Chubos.
I'm actually gonna. My house is right there. Bro.
That's not a deer. That's not a deer, bro. That's not a deer. Nah. Nah.
My house is right there. Bro.
That's not a deer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's not a deer, man. Deer don't get up like that. Insert bone snapping noises. Pet it? Not deer. But yeah, mindless. I'm not really necessarily looking for a player. I was more just like, I feel like I just feel like Pathfinder is just an easier system to understand. That's my thing. From the play perspective, it's a hell of a lot easier.
Oh, they're fighting.
Oh, wow.
She found a way to include her cat in bath time.
Chumbus. Num num num. Chumbo. Boat. The boat, Chumbo.
That is, this video. Are you hoping you enjoyed?
The boat, Chumbo. Hi, Musu. Hello. Ooh, the chumboat. Oh my god. Fish. Oh. Wallace and Gromit Alcott. Gromit! What's wrong with Wednesday, Dale?
Like me? I'm hitting that shit. Ah, you're 6'7".
Jumbo. Dear, what the fuck?
There we go. Feel a little better?
Oh, it's a Jaeger bomb. Oh. That's fucked. That's fucked. Anger.
तो हो सकता है छोड़ दे
shit engine?
How the fuck we gon' hold on, let's try to move that bit. Oh shit! Yeah, you're good. Go. Put it back. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh. Oh my god.
Красивые фотки получаются просто. Вот смотрите, я вот сейчас сюда даже высуну.
And that's why bollards are good at preventing accidents by design. Wait, why? Scrumble. Him cold. That's fucked. That's something that I would do to Cameron. That's 100%. You return, you just hit check in your dad's house to make sure he doesn't die. Or wait, no, to make sure it doesn't flood.
What are you doing?
What the fuck? I broke my hand, I think. Oh my god! Don't put on the. Don't go on the spicy thing. Don't go on the spicy.
Ooh. I've seen a truck crumple on collision with a bollard. They're so deep and sturdy, usually the vehicle can get past them. Bollard.
On a candle.
Come on, call me, motherfucker! Oh! Yes!
With the crockhead on. Lily! Lily!
Scrumble. What is this? They lied to me, to their people. They led me to their people. Frog.
Well, don't.
I want it that way. Tell me what.
Tell me.
Oh my god.
Just me and my carrot. Oh, it squeaks too. No, it's me and my carrot.
Just me and my carrot.
Oh.
Scrumbo.
Shark, you hungry?
Zaga, why? You were hungry. What? Why? What? What? What was that supposed to accomplish? Oh, so hi, M. Night.
Over there, boss. Making a nice drink.
Concrete rivers in my dreams as I lay to sleep.
Shit.
That's good concrete, boy.
What the fuck?
He had it the first part.
No, he did.
Yo, Gengar! Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you for the 5 gift subs! Wait, hold on. The Twitch integration is broken. So I have to manually make my burger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hey, thank you! Big Muzu. Yeah! Oh. 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 Pathfinder. Play Pathfinder. Find my pages.
Working at
Find my
put on a
pages.
friendly face and do a whole lot of waving. The guests can be pretty picky, so if you're serving them,
White
you gotta
Lotus.
put
Oh, I thought this was.
your A game in the
I
kitchen.
thought this was Dune. I thought this was the Dune cookbook. Listerine steak.
If it's liquid, a discounted steak can be boiled in it. And everyone keeps asking about the blue thing that comes inside of the steak. So we're gonna have to make the jingle a reoccurring bit. Kroger, we put plastic in our steaks. I mean, isn't this the dream? A steak.
Do I like guns? I loved guns.
Your breath while you chew? Okay, here we go.
Oh, that reminds me. William Dafoe moved out of New York recently for a quiet life on an alpaca farm. That sounds like something Nick Cage would do.
Whoa! Oh, shoot, no.
Oh, alcohol fire.
You know, Mrs. Sausage asked me beforehand if Listerine was flammable. I lied and said it wasn't. 21.6% alcohol. Yep, that'll do it. The alcohol seems to be boiling away. Well, that's 10 minutes and
Oh my god.
turning the steak blue. Why so
Blue steak? Muzu steak.
Oh, that's a lot. How about some salt for your wound?
Muzu steak. Blue.
Let's try this Smurf-looking steak. We got How does this keep happening? We got a rare. I'm gonna have to boil these steaks for longer than 10
Blue.
It's actually pretty good. Pretty darn good. There's no alcohol flavor, and it's actually very sweet. I guess all the mint flavoring boiled away with the alcohol.
I was about to say, dude. I feel like it's hard to fuck up like a steak versus like the sausages, because like. I bet he's faking it. No, considering this guy has eaten like cat food sausages and shit, I don't think he was faking it. I gotta be completely honest. I simply must say, I don't think he was faking it. I dare say he wasn't faking it.
I found this guy with really stretchy skin.
组织异常，不要再以为我这是什么先天接组织异常了，我也不知道怎么回事，你就给它拽下来之后把下颚线，然后这是你两侧的部位，你给它拽下来之后，你往后给它们这一藏。
This dog didn't realize that it was right in the middle of a racetrack, but got super lucky.
Zago almost got run over. Zago, get off the road!
This elephant mom was able to save her baby from drowning.
Zag almost went to heaven. Zag can't die. Zag and I cannot die, okay? Because Zago and I need to have that, like, Luffy Shanks One Piece moment where we actually get to meet in person.
This food delivery robot got stuck on the train tracks.
Oh, it's gonna crush it.
No!
I've ever seen the 4-bore rifle. Yes, dude, I love Kentucky
So, the city in
ballistics.
Russia got a lot of snow.
Damn, even the AI wants out. Help! Help me! It's gonna run over me! Help! Help!
This guy might actually be a real-life Tarzan.
Tarzan does whatever a Tarzan can. Ba-ba-doop-ba-da. Oh.
Day 1 of doing 20 push-ups every day. Let's see how this goes.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess if you arrange 4 computer screens together like this, you get a really cool visual.
Okay, Zarilla, what car is that? What car is it? What car is it, Zarilla? What car is it? What car is it, Zarilla? You got 5 seconds. 10, 3, 2, 868. All right.
These people in Virginia wanted to set up their own Mario Kart race.
Something B.
This dog is so spoiled that it refused to eat the chicken that isn't seasoned.
I'm gonna give him Costco chicken again.
Oh, dude, this is Zag!
I'm gonna give him the cooked chicken.
Bro, that's Zago. Alright, Chumbo, which one is it in?
This guy
Chumbo! Smartest Chumbo.
person wanted to shake his hand at church.
Peace be with you.
Hello again.
Peace be with you.
This naked cat wanted to warm
Bro, that's cold.
person wanted to shake his hand at church.
Peace be with you.
Hello again.
Peace be with
Peace. Jesus Christ.
This naked cat wanted to warm up the heater.
Scrote cat! Scrote cat! Scrote cat. Scrote. We love our scrote cats. We love our scrotums. Scrote cat! What the hell?
A squirrel
It's
decided
black.
to fill all the holes in this tree with
It's black.
acorns.
What an elite storage system. Check it out. These are acorns in a pine tree.
Scrote cat! It looks diseased. You look diseased.
구멍 뚫고 구멍에 넣고 쭉 빼서 됐다. 나비다. 나비.
This truck driver forgot to lower down their bed.
You look diseased. You ugly. Ooh, you stupid. You should yourself. Give me $200.
So I guess cows are smart enough to know how to use tools.
Scrumbus. Anger. Anger. Cow tools? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It finally happened! happened! It finally happened! It finally happened! Gary Larson was right! Cow tools! It finally happened. It finally happened. Cow tools. Gary Larson was right. Cow tools. Cow tools. Cow tools. He was right. He was right. Holy shit, bro. Cow tools.
The whale gave birth to an albino whale.
Did you know that Gary Larson learned digital art and started drawing again? I thought he, like, died, bro. A white whale?
This dog has some incredible ball skills.
What do you do when you just have a dog that loves to hit the ball all day, every day, so effortlessly? She's just a show off.
I guess goats are really loud drinkers.
God. Hold on.
This band likes to make music with instruments that they invented. This ice cream truck was seen floating near a beach in Florida.
The Electrona Magnificus!
Seriously.
Holy shit. Tropical de ice cream. Tropical de crema.
Perfectly.
Do it again. Do it again. Come on, let me taste. Oh, great, right?
Look at this. You don't even care. Thanks. You got a kid on your back.
This cat is smart enough to open a window.
Scrumbo. Fucking Simish, bro. What is she speaking?
He loves his pickup.
What the fuck was she speaking? What is that? Is that Mandarin?
Smart enough to open a window.
Bro, I've never had a language I didn't recognize before.
He loves his pickup so much that he decided to put his pickup in his pickup.
Your wife and talk it out, and you know
I think it's a Chinese dialect.
Holy Jesus Christ!
This moose was very confused when it wandered onto a ski resort.
Moose. Holy shit. Moose. Mises. Mises. Moose. Hamster. Hamster.
I went to a really cool art exhibit in Miami where they had you walk through a room full of bubbles.
Hamster.
That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed.
I was about to say, there's like an exhibit in like Japan that's like an interactive art exhibit. I really wanted to go to it, but you know, I don't remember why we didn't go. I just remember that there was one. The more you know. Oh. That's a ferret? Pfft. Ferrets aren't real. Everyone knows that. Ferrets are not real. They're fictional creatures, okay? They're not real. They're fake. Not real. That guy back there
Ferrets are blessed noodles. They're not real. The 120 volt hot dogger? What?
Welcome back, sausage fans.
What the fuck is this?
You may or may not remember, I tried to cook a shrimp with a 6-volt battery, and that didn't end too well. We melted the terminal. Many recommendations in the comments section told me to up the voltage. But
What?
Mrs. Sausage said she didn't want to raise these kids alone. So instead of doing that, I bought the hot dogger on eBay. This puppy from 1966 produces 120 volts. Way more than this 6-volt battery. So we're gonna test it out.
What is
see if it
this?
works, and if it does, we're gonna cook ourselves some shrimp.
What?
And like always, we're gonna be using Vienna beef hot dogs. Stick it on one end.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Repeat the process.
Hot dog the shrimp?
Now theoretically,
What is this?
in just 60 seconds. Things are starting to heat up. Whoa, things are getting foggy in there. A common problem with the hot dogger is that it ends up splitting the hot dog and it breaks the circuit. Oh, that's a burst. And that's another burst. And that's right on the 60-second mark. Let's open it up, see how we did. Oh my god! They are hot. They feel like they've been microwaved for an hour. This one doesn't look too bad. Never mind. And...
Oh my god, bro. This is like something you like strap to somebody's balls for torture.
information in this hot dog. But how does it taste? Delicious! Of course, we're going to solve the splitting problem by using a shrimp. Here we have a nice prawn, which will fulfill our needs as a shrimp today. There, oh, it's a little too... We'll see if that works. We'll try one with the head just entirely on. I'm so sorry.
Help! Help me! Help! Help! Help me! Oh my god, bro.
You know when it fogs up so much you can't see anything, that's how you know it's working. I do see a color change happening. Alright, it's been a minute. Good Lord, look what we got here. Oh, they shrunk off and they detached from the nodes. So it mostly got cooked before it got shriveled up. I think this end will serve just fine. Delicious! This guy with the shell still on, he looks like he's mostly...
The shrimp electric chair?
Oh, well, alright.
What? Why would this be made? What is this thing?
Overdone. Can't say I'm too big of a...
What is the hot dogger? Hot dog electrocutioner? Hot dogger steak?
And we're back with the hot dogger, and all the comments said that they wanted to see a steak cooked in this thing next, so we're gonna use a filet mignon, which sounds kind of violent for a steak, and we'll give it some traditional seasoning.
I've never heard of this. I've seen this, but I thought this was like sort of like electrical like fuse box or something. I didn't think this was an actual cooking appliance.
Garlic powder. Just hook it up to the prongs? What would you call it? Oh, they're barely touching.
Why would this be a thing? This is like the shit they would have in the Jetsons, bro.
We'll see. Hot dogger. Check it and see. I'm cooking steak at 5,000 degrees. Here we go. Things are starting to heat up. Oh, it's seriously fogged up now. Whoa. All right, we're 2 minutes into this. I think it's time we stop and check.
This is like the most barbaric method of cooking something I've ever seen.
Something there. Time for a 5-minute checkup. At this point, it would have been faster just to cook it in a pan. All right, we're doing the old 10-minute checkup. Wow, that does not look... Did it stop cooking? Hang on, we may need to rotate. Oh, it's so wet and greasy. All right, we'll just do a little wife swap here.
This is literally the most barbaric method of cooking something I've ever seen.
Yes, I think I can hear more popping sounds. All right, it's been 2 minutes since we rearranged our steak. Ah, that looks much better. I've seen worse. That's all I'm gonna say about that. A drink, m'lady? It smells like a Red Lobster. Cut it down the middle here, see what we got cooking. It's way overdone. So let's give it a bite. Well, the soft texture of the filet mignon has been ruined. This is tougher than a dog chew toy. And it really doesn't taste that good either. It kind of just tastes like boiled meat. So I'm gonna have to give the steak cooked in the hot dogger a 1 out of 5.
This is the most barbaric method of cooking anything. What is this?
Since it's cold and stormy outside, I think I'll have some hot dogs, and what better way to cook them than in a Presto hot dogger. I'd like to thank Kim Sleep from Canada for sending this through. He bought it and sent it through for our entertainment. Let me immediately when plugged in. Unplugged 260 watts. It's like playing bingo or Kentucky Derby. It's like keeping a running commentary. Oh, it's gone down to 1 amp again. I'd guess that means it's probably cooked. Okay. And so, let's go. The current is it's 3 amps. It's not much.
Oh.
The power dissipation is about 1 kilowatt. It's up to 5 amps. The power factor is perfect unity, suggesting juicy electrical connections in there. It's up to...
Bro, this is something you would, like, strap to someone's balls to, like, extract information out of them, bro. This is, like, the shit you would, like, tape someone's balls to.
It's buzzing. And it's gone up, and now I'm guessing the moisture's been driven out. And the current is now... Oh, that arcing noise is exactly what you get when you're holding a live connection if you're being electrocuted. Oh, and it's starting to smell like burnt hot dog. Right.
It was the age of aspic.
Oh
my god.
Dogs have actually split and my glasses have just steamed up horribly. I'm guessing, maybe I should test this to see what's the recommended time it's actually, you can see it's been slightly burning where it's parted there. I'll let this cool down and taste the burnt bit.
You know what aspic is, right? Isn't that like a slur?
What I estimate is the time it takes to cook a hot dog. With this thing, oh, I can see a bit of burning in that one as well.
I remember Squealy mentioning that word.
240 volts. Because it does.
That sounds so bad out of context. Aspic is like beef jelly. What?
I think they went through a couple of evolutions of this design. And let's wipe the cover again, so we can actually see what's happening briefly.
This is like the most barbaric thing. How do we innovate cooking? Sausage circuit. Like, how does somebody think that this is a thing?
I guess it electrocutes the hot dogs and cooks them. I think it works.
This is so barbaric, bro. Aspic. Aspic. The horror of aspic.
A cream of the sea aspic from 62. Going through old cookbooks, many want to know what exactly is an aspic. It's a few steps above a feet pick. Start by dissolving 2 packs of gelatin in a half cup of water.
Oh wait, is this that like meat jello? Is this what you guys are talking about? Bobby apartment.
Then we make a shallot. Truth be told, I do not understand these things. I think they're really just used by people trying to prove.
I didn't know that it had a name. I just thought it was like meat jello.
We need a can of condensed cream of celery soup. I prefer my soups abridged. You ever creamed a celery? Don't. It's messy. And a 6-ounce can of minced clams. That's right. They produced this. Notice how it is foaming. I was the first person in history to actually buy it. 12 ounces of
Oh, dude, I used to have to stock the fucking canned meat aisle, and when I tell you, dude, if like one of the cans of fish had ruptured, you would smell that. Oh my god.
white fish. Have fun with it.
I don't know how people eat some of that stuff.
White whatever. Chunk white fish. Why is everything in cans? It's chunky. Friggin' cat food. Dash of Worcestershire. People in the 60s went Worcester over sauce. What did I just say? Some pepper, the juice of half a lemon, finally the shallots.
Oh.
The shallots. Cooking over a double boiler for 15 minutes. Fire! It is very creamy now, which I am overjoyed about. In goes the gelatin. Oh, and cook 10 more minutes. Once it's done, we scoop into molds. He says make sure to scoop down to the bottom. I don't think we can get much.
Why was this popular?
Fridge overnight. Good morning. And did you know about book 2? It tastes like it went down with the Titanic.
Why is that a thing? Why was this the thing? Why was this a thing? Why did people think this was a thing? Bro, we can't afford, like, affordable housing is not a thing because of the same generation that ate this shit, bro. I I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
All right, a 67-pound Thor's hammer.
We can watch something that's actually good food.
Cutting board right in half. I've had this custom cutting board forever, but that's all right.
Look, smoked meat goes hard.
This cow leg, but I'm calling it a Thor's hammer. Scoring it pretty deep so I can incorporate as much flavor as possible. So, because the center core of this is pretty deep. So an injection will help with that. So beef broth, got some W sauce, mix that together.
Injection.
Got a pretty long needle, get pretty deep within this big piece of meat. So just filling it up with flavor. The seasoning, I'm gonna use some of that.
Yeah, America and everyone else despised it, but apparently the Russians loved the stuff.
Yeah, America and everywhere else despised it, but apparently the Russians love the stuff, especially for Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Russians like that shit, bro. Russian cuisine is terrifying.
Cracks.
Bro, when you live in, like, Siberia, I'm sure that, like, jellied clams taste amazing.
For hours. Many hours to get this smoked, to get to this point right here. So
Also, I don't know, every time I see grilling content, I think of my dad. My dad weirdly has the, like, grill autism. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't mean, like, Hank Hill style autism. I mean, like charcoal grill. My dad wastes, like, no expense on grilling. He has one of those, what do they call them? Have you guys ever heard of the big green egg?
Along the way.
Bro, my dad has this stupid ass fucking grill. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? He's got like this fucking thing, dude. It's like this egg.
We've had the big green egg.
It's this grill, dude. My dad has had one of these for the last, like, 15 years. And it's a charcoal grill. But, like, I don't know, dude. It is like, dude, it's just one of those, like, grills. Yeah, he has this. Dude, I literally have a photo. I have a photo of his grill. Yeah, there's no revealing it stuff in this. Hold on, I'll pull this up on stream. I'll pull this up on stream. There's nothing revealing about this other than his choice of grilled meats. Dude, yeah, he has one of these fucking egg grills, dude. I'll pull it up. She's crazy, dude. Where is it? Wait. Why is it so big? No! Oh. Why does everything get brought up, like, so fucking big, dude? Okay, look. He's got, like, that kind of grill, dude. This thing is, it's just this big fucking egg. I think that's, like, a Boston butt or something. But, like, dude, he has the grill autism. Like, genuinely, my dad has, like, literally, like, is, like, actually a really good cook. He might have been a shitter when I was younger, but he has the grill autism, and I love that. Like, oh my god, dude. Bro, how can you grill anything on something that small? That's what I think! But, dude, like, I'm telling you, how big would this be for scale? I mean, it's actually pretty big. It's actually pretty big, but, like, dude, you cook some, like, crazy shit on this, like, charcoal grill. Like, Hank Hill be damned, bro. I can promise you that Boston butt or whatever the hell he's cooking on that is probably going to taste like the best and most tender meat ever. Oh, thank God there's not another Discord for me to join. What? Of course, Muzu was born from an egg. It's a big heater Small insides-ish for high heat cooking. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know, like, the logistics. Obviously, it's more than just a charcoal grill. It basically is like an oven, Dutch oven style. Dude, I don't know. All I know is, dude, it makes, like, the best shit ever. My dad has always had, has always had. You don't have to join my Discord. Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, you can. You just don't feel the need to. It keeps it from direct heat. Again, I don't know, like, the logistics of this.
Years, and it's time to do a deep dive review.
It's like so involved though. You put like this you get like the charcoal briquets, and then you gotta like heat it and
12 steaks is ready.
Again, I don't know. These things are like expensive though, dude. I put like big green eggs in like the same lump as like a Yeti cooler. Like the people that have them will just talk about them like non-stop. They better turn your steak to gold. I mean, it's like with any passion, you know, like anything that you just enjoy. I feel like it's in that. Like it's like a hobby. My dad enjoys this as a hobby that doubles as he gets to like grill really good stuff for like his immediate family. So I mean, you know, it's like, you know, you could say the same about like any interest, right? Like, oh, why did you spend so much on, you know, art? Why do you spend so much on video games? Like, you know, that kind of deal. So it's like, yeah, it's like a lot of money, but like, it's your passion, you know? Passions are pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I just distinctly remember, he still has that, by the way. That photo was today. My man still grills, like, still grills on that damn thing. Also, working hard on good food and enjoying it is always the greatest reward. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, a grill person by any stretch. You know, I can make a mean burger, but, like, you know, there's, like, people that grill, and then there's, like, you know, like, the Hank Hills of the world that are like, okay, dude, you know that when they bring out the burgers off of that charcoal grill, you're gonna be wet, bro. You're gonna be dripping. Oh, makes the best. He made like a brisket and like a sausage for like Christmas. Oh my god, dude. When I tell you that was probably the best brisket I've had in my 26 years of existence. Dude, propane and charcoal. I just lump all grillers together. This is a propane household. I have to disagree with the propane philosophy. I think charcoal is better. I'm sorry, but I genuinely think charcoal grilling is just better. It's just so much better. Charcoal grilling is just so much better, dude. Ugh. Like, propane is good, but like charcoal just like is godly. Is just godly. Instant pocket hot dog? It's enjoyable to put something together that makes your skin dissolve and muscles calcify. What? Man, what the fuck are you talking about? What the? We need a Hank Hill? Grilling is my passion. What is this? Mr. Krabs. Grilling is my passion. That's my purse. I don't know you. Yeah. Bobby Hill. That boy ain't right. That boy ain't right. I can't do a Hank Hill voice. I'm not gifted with the Hankus Hillis. vocalist. Also, the submachine gun that kills its owners.
Hey, dude. Nice.
Funny cat.
This is your daily dose of cats.
It's her little hat. Oh, she's little Abraham Lincoln.
Hey, can I get a
hot dog?
Okay.
Chumbos. Wild chumbos.
I shall now summon my kitty cat.
Squeaky! Oringa.
What is the point of being ugly right now? Just stop it. If you do anything bad, I'm gonna spank you.
Oh my god!
You've been... Sorry, been dealing with a cold that's killing me and retroactively thinning my bloodline across time. Bro, who cares? Bro! Who cares? Camouflage.
No. Let go.
Bird with the malfunction.
Let go. Sharing's caring.
Oh. I would love to own a cat, but I can't. I have beetles. Beetles. Fat. What? No. The fork. The fork. The fork. Me when? The fork.
PM63 rack, that is.
PM60.
Now, you may or may not have heard of it before, but this little sucker right here has to be the fuggliest submachine gun I've ever had the pleasure of owning. But it's unique, it's really cool, it's a piece of Cold War history, packed little package. But the question is,
dude, this thing was in Black Ops, I think.
How much punched is this package? Fuck it, we're gonna shoot a White Claw. 9x18 Makarov versus Raspberry. 3, 2, 1. Technically a 2-for-1. There's our entrance and there's our exit. 9x18 Makarov may not be the biggest, girthiest cartridge out there. Still gets the job. Many of you can relate. But I mean, it is a machine pistol, so why not give us a couple of targets? This is my tank and I don't know you. I love that fucking, that Pulp Fiction moment that just happened where I just fucking fanned the targets and didn't hit a single fucking one. Every bullet went in between those. That was, couldn't fucking plan that if I wanted to, but.
Machine gun?
Hey, that's fucking life. Controlled pairs. Controlled pairs. Well, you know, it took more than an initial volley, but, yeah, they got hit. A lot of them. A lot more than once, so I think that did the job. For, machine pistol distance, Yeah. Now let's walk through how to use it, different unique and weird features about the idea of just carrying around a machine pistol like this, just on basically a fucking drop leg is kind of entertaining. First thing you'll notice is that it is open bolt. So the bolt fits the profile of a pistol pretty well. I mean, albeit it's pretty bulky. At the same time, I mean, it's got a, side holster, and honestly, if I had like an appendix carry, like Kydex holster rig for this, I mean, other than the ladies potentially thinking I'm packing something, I'm really not. It's not unattainable.
It's pretty cool.
Let's actually try shooting it like a pistol, because honestly, from my impression of this thing, it's pretty damn controllable. All right, so no stock, and for this one, I'm actually even gonna fold the grip down, just use it as a straight up handgun. It's really not bad. I mean, shit, even one-handing it, pretty fucking controllable.
Pew, 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 pew.
Bang! Passes. Fun fact, according to IMFDB, the machine pistol that was used in the 1984 Red Dawn was likely a stand-in for the PM63 because at the time, they just couldn't get them. And if you like the original Red Dawn better than the 2012 remake, first of all, you're going to heaven. Second of all, you should subscribe because you'll like it around here. I promise. So now let's talk about the potentially fatal flaw of this weapon system. So you might have noticed this little scoop in the front of the gun. This is actually used, well, A, to protect your fingies, but also it can be used to charge the gun. As you see, it's connected to the slide, so if you just push on this,
hi Musu, hello!
Slide open. For this next part, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this magazine, even though it's empty, and just kind of show clear to remind you, we're dealing with an empty firearm.
I'm trying to understand what was wrong with this.
So, like I said, we can push this all the way to the rear, and it catches the sear, which allows the gun to be ready to go, you're ready to fight, and then pulling the trigger again is what fires around. Remember, fixed firing pin, as in when the slide goes forward, it's firing around. There's no hand needed, there's no nothing. Yeah, so they issued this gun to, people like tankers and things. And I don't know if this has ever been documented, or if this is recorded, or this is just hypothetical, but
I feel like you could shoot your fingers off.
I've never looked at this gun the same.
The captions are really nice, thanks.
Charge the gun, out of the holster, charge it on their thigh. I'm not gonna do it on my thigh, I'm just gonna show you, as if I was doing it on my thigh, just, pushing it down and charging the gun, and now you're ready to go, instead of having to grab it on top and pull it back or whatever. Just a quick out of the holster.
But did the caption say something stupid?
You don't pull the slide back far enough that it catches on the sear, but it's still potentially past where the rounds get picked up. You can slam fire that and pop a hole through your fucking femoral artery. So for whatever reason you decided you needed a machine pistol, you have started this engagement by potentially putting a fucking lethal bleed in a really bleedy spot of your body. That and probably deafened everybody in the tank. So to show you here, we've got a live magazine. Let's throw that in there. Now I am gonna keep my finger off this trigger the entire time. At no point this is entirely just the gun not picking up the sear. So we go back, we see that a live round is now ready to be fired. I'm gonna let it go. Sure enough, wasn't actually 100% sure. I say, myth confirmed. that will fuck you up. Let's do that again. Yeah, pull back, pull back, pull back. Again, finger nowhere near the trigger. That's pretty spooky dooky if you ask me. What's interesting too is that if this is folded down, it's actually a little harder to actually get that all the way back.
The magic of guns.
Just kind of bumps on that a little bit. So that's, I mean, it's already a bad idea to point a gun of any kind, loaded or unloaded, charged or uncharged, open bolt.
I mean, it's still a cool design. I mean, if you spoink yourself. It's just like a skill issue, bro. Skill issue? Me when I spoink myself. Pew. Bang. What's this? Samir, you are breaking the car animation.
Pass medium right. You have to Turn the wheel, Sammy. 40, fast, medium left, 50, downhill.
Medium left. Caution. Medium left.
Listen to my calls. Into double caution jump. Sammy, you will wreck the car.
The car.
You are wrecking the car.
The car.
Sammy, what are you doing, my friend? Shut up. Don't have your drive.
Samir, medium left. You are breaking the car. That's a funny video. You're breaking the car, Samir. Medium left. Medium left. You have to listen to me. Medium left. Double caution. Triple caution. That's always me when my friend Cam is fucking driving. I'm just like, medium left. You're breaking the car. Please. Medium right. You're breaking the car, Chad. You're breaking the car. I'm thinking. The doohickey deathmatch. Weird little goobers. Goobies. The Eeper.
Could a massive ball of glass stop a bullet? I'm gonna shoot this glass ball with higher and higher caliber bullets all the way up to a 50 cal and see what it can stop. Good luck, Fred. Starting out with a 22.
Pew!
Alright, our bullet hit right here, cracked the front, but it just bounced right off. Fred's fine.
Can your balls stop a bullet?
Alright, the bullet hit right here, took a big chunk out of the front, and our bullet bounced off and landed right here. Next up, 45 ACP.
There's no shot that stops a 50 cal.
Trunk out, but did not come through the back. Fred's fine. Moving up to the revolver, shooting around a 44 Magnum.
Pew.
Alright, the 44 Magnum hit right here. We have huge cracking throughout the
Bro,
wall.
there's no shot
Fred's still safe.
it stops a 50 cal.
Shooting around a 50 AE.
At least after like repeated shots. Like I feel like maybe like a new one could stop
Alright, our bullet
a
hit
50
right
cal.
here, took a big chunk out of the front,
Bushigi.
nothing out the back. Fred's fine. Moving up to the AR, shooting around a 223.
Whoo.
Alright, our 223 hit right here. We had a ton of cracking in the ball, but it did not make it out the back.
Bushigi.
Next up, we got the Scar, shooting around a 308.
There's no shot. There's no shot it stops a 50 cal. Oh wait, they are using new balls. Oh, okay. I thought they were just using the same one. I was like, dude, of course it's gonna like explode if you shoot it like twice.
Fred. Alright, we got a ton of damage to our glass ball here, but it did not come out the back. Fred's fine.
Oh.
Next up, we got the 12 gauge, shooting a slug. Alright, our slug took out a huge chunk from the front of the ball.
Holy
but
shit.
It did not come out the back. Fred is still safe back here. Moving up to the 50 cal.
Yeah, when the plate stops the bullet but not the energy transfer. Yes. Ugh. I have to. Where's the video?
Yes!
Yes. Yes.
Fred. Alright, the bullet evaporated our glass ball into a million pieces. It slammed Fred back all the way over here, but the bullet did not go through. Fred survives.
Yes. I love that fucking video. Hey, I mean the plate did in fact stop the bullet.
This is your daily dose of cats.
Cats.
What are you doing?
You're gonna hurt yourself.
goober. Goops.
The door is open. You don't have to do this. It's open.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save...
This greed.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Greed. Cloud! Cloud. Criminal. Help! Help me! Oh. The goober. Zero brain cell? Zero brain cell. What the heck? Oh. Splag. Ooh. Splag activities. Bro's got a rip. Bro's got a rip. Little man has a rip. He's like a plushie. What the fuck? Oh no, the fat, the chumbo. He's too fat. Oh. Baby. He big. Lard ass. Lard ass. Ah. When the cat is fat. Ah. Me when you're yeah. Bald cat. Ba 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 ba. Ah. Garfield? Garfield. What are you doing? I eat, John. It's what I do. Garfield. Garfield. Hold on. Garfield. No, where Garfield? Garfield. Why it don't work? Bro, where's that fucking video of like, I eat, John? It's what I do. This one!
Stuffed in your face as usual. I gotta have a good meal.
Meal.
Garfield.
Feel, you fat cat.
You You are so
So
big and
fat and fat.
Why are you so fat?
Fat.
I eat
John.
It's what
It's what I do.
It's time to
Kick Odie off the table.
Don't do it, Garfield. That's our pet dog, Odie.
You're going into orbit. You stupid mutt.
Garfield.
Yield. Garfield.
I'm a cat who loves to snooze.
Garfield plays cat.
I hate alarm clocks. I'm damn hungry. I want some lasagna.
Lasagna.
Out of house and home. Garfield.
Enough with the chit chat. Let's get some grub going.
Rub.
Where are the 3 cheese pizzas?
I ate those food.
Those food.
Where are the taco shells?
I ate
those food.
Where did all the
Hamburger helper go?
You're such a bad kitty. That's it. I had it with you. That does it. I'm done. That's the last straw, Garfield.
Garfield. I eat, John. That's what I do.
Open it up here. 1, 5, 9, 8. So you can see the little is actually pretty thick. It's pretty thick stuff. But
Is this just him reviewing safes?
very thick. And back here, it's not very thick either.
What?
Hey there, little fella.
Why does he have a comedically large Looney Tunes hammer?
You know what? My plan is to smash through the door. Let's go ahead and just give it one right on top. Okay, well, we knocked off our little cover there. It's supposed to cover up your little key.
Bro, I need like a video edit of him doing this, but then it's just like a green screen of just him like smashing something with a hammer.
Right on top.
Thunk.
So this right here is pretty darn broke. Let's see if we can shimmy it out of there.
This is just him beating fucking safes?
Today I'm going to go in reverse order. So this is a Barrett M82A1, and I'm loaded up with 10 rounds, 50 BMG, 660
Hi, Muzu.
full metal. But you know, before I blast this thing, if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, you better smash that subscribe button. Do it!
Woo!
That was a good hit.
I think that's going through it.
Okay. Let's go have a look, shall we? So it appears we have either some smoke or heavy dust coming out from our safe. I believe that's smoke. As you can see right here, we have all of our hits in our.
Oh.
Let's see if we went out the back.
No, I'm pretty.
It appears.
I was about to say I'm pretty certain that parts of it went out the back because you can see the dirt.
That every single one of them made it through the back of the safe. Let's see if we can get it open. That's wrong. Nope. Let's try one more time. I can hear the click, but it's not opening. Now there is a way to use a key. There we go.
Spingleboard.
It's right in there. I'm pretty sure this thing's on fire. Okay, all right. Now, it's locked up. So we have no choice but to break into this thing at this point. So now we're going to work our way backwards, and now we are going to hit it with a 12-gauge shotgun. This is my
Spaz 12?
shotgun, one of my favorite shotguns, and I'm going to be.
You came back from camping today. Ooh, exciting.
First, we're going to hit it with a door breaching round. Then I will have 2 rounds of double-aught buck, and then I will have 2 1-ounce slugs. The only bad part about these Spaz 12-gauge is loading it. Every time you load it, you got to push this little button right here. Reaching round is first. Let's go ahead and switch to semi-auto. Buckshot.
Fishing stream was fun. Ooh.
Let's go check that out. It appears the door breaching round actually just hit my keypad, blew through the back of it, but didn't really do a whole lot of damage. And then we have a hit right here with a slug, and then we have a slug that hit right there, which is pretty impressive, and then all of our buckshot. Let's see if we made it through the back with anything. It doesn't appear so. Now there is a little...
Is that a Spaz 12? Yes.
So maybe that slug...
I guess Kentucky Ballistic just owns a Spaz.
Now moving down the totem pole, we have a 500 Magnum, my favorite handgun in the entire world. This is a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum with an 8 3/8 inch barrel, and I'm loaded up with some Underwood ammo, Kentucky Ballistics, 600 grain hard cast. Here we go. I think it felt that. I'm going to aim for the bottom so we don't have any trouble figuring out which holes are which. Here we go.
I don't think that went through.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that his custom ammo probably could go through, like, the first bit, but not the entire thing.
How many rounds do I got left? Oh, I didn't shot them all. Let's go check it out, I guess. So it appears to me that the front door of this safe is not 500 Magnum proof. We definitely blew through that thing. Let's see if it went through the back, though. Oh, darn it.
Muddy.
We almost made it through the back. Look at that. It bulged the back pretty good. So now for our last firearm today, we're going to hit the safe with 9mm, and I'm going to be using Ruger's new handgun. This is the RXM. This thing actually looks pretty stinking cool. It's even got an optics cut, and I will be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 115 grain, 9mm full metal jackets. There we go.
There's no way that that penetrates.
Let's give it a few more, shall we? That ought to do it. Let's have a look. I am having a hard time figuring out which holes are new holes, but I would say most of our hits are somewhere in here. We have some pretty good dings right here on the side. I seem to be pulling to the left today. Anything from 50 BMG to 9mm, I am pulling to the left.
Huh.
I'm not really sure if we have any new holes. I guarantee you we don't have any new dents in the back. Looks like that front door is actually pretty thick. But again, back here, not so much. Up next, we have a Harbor Freight angle grinder.
I'm gonna angle grind your balls.
Look at that. Well. I'm about as good as those chicks on Instagram.
What?
My Harbor Freight angle grinder just pooped out on me. That's no bueno, especially like the battery's still good. So, I sold it. But that's okay, because I have a backup.
What?
All right.
Bro, how do you kill an angle grinder? Jesus Christ.
Hole there from my 50 cal. There we go. No problem. I can just take this right here and I can just bend it. Whee! Just like a can of sardines. Now you can see back here, We have a nice little thing here of drywall. Ow!
What the fuck? Bro, he just punched. I like how his first instinct is to punch the drywall.
Okay. There you go.
Huh. You know, whenever I see like those like solid safes, I always imagine it's like actual like solid metal. Like every bit of it is metal, but
Well, it looks like you have two pretty good options when it comes to this if you forget your code and lose your keys. One, just blast it with a Barrett M82A1 or $40 angle grinder from the exact same store. Regardless, there's solutions. Some cheaper than others. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I
I don't know. I always imagined like I always imagined like gun safes would actually be like solid metal. So the fact that they're like not is just kind of disappointing to me. I don't know.
Today we're going to find out if a punt gun can shoot through a 5,000-gallon pool with a 1-pound lead ball. Here we go.
I like how he has a fucking punt gun. I mean, you know, nothing is shocking anymore. But I just like how he has a punt gun. I also like how it has to be fired from like from like a fucking like rig.
Today we're going to find out if a punt gun can shoot through a...
Fun fact, punt guns were used to duck hunt predominantly. That's your Muzu fun fact. Could you survive? Maybe. Maybe. Wow. Runt pun. Forgot the fucking shortstop. Bro, it's the pepper box. Pew. Blink. 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 It's basically the predecessor to like what would become the percussion cap revolver. It is like the predecessor. Because if you have like hold on. It's the predecessor to the Navy Colt.
Hickok 45. What are you looking at? Speed loading later, perhaps. All right.
It's the predecessor to this.
Now, it's been a while since I fired this thing. So all the chambers, there should be nothing in there, no embers or anything else. So I'm going to trap a little powder in this measuring to find out whether it's a Colt single. All right. All right, let's put it in a holster and then pull it out. How's that?
Look, we love Gun Grandpa on this channel.
Is not being taken care of yet. So let's take care of some of these. We got several Desperados here. Let's take care of several of them. Like that guy. I'll tell you what, I have to stand back here. Woo, see? The 36 caliber is pretty effective.
No! Rotten Dingo! Thank you for the gift sub. Ah! Boing. Just look at like the plume of fire, bro.
No. Did he fire 5 or did he fire 6? I think he fired 6. Doesn't take long to run out, which brings up another topic. We may have a 55-minute video. No, we won't do that to you. the idea of guys carrying, females, guys generally carry.
It takes like forever to load though.
The hat off of somebody as they make it look in the movies. And now it might go flying. But it didn't. And I think I hit it. Yeah. I hit it right there. And for some reason, it didn't go flying off. Huh, interesting. Could be because the bullet is moving so fast, right? So you learn something.
I mean, it's really cool. My favorite like percussion cap of that design would be the Lamat. The Lamat revolver. Double load! Counter charge! Yeah, this gun is also prominently featured in Hunt Showdown, though it is not a percussion cap. Does it even fire it? Oh yeah, also it just has a shotgun shell, by the way. You know, in case you ever needed a shotgun shell with your revolver. It would be traditionally loaded with grape shot, and was primarily used as a cavalry round. So basically, if you're in, like, you know, a cavalry charge, you would use the grape shot to shoot your opponent's horse to knock, you know, so the horse falls and presumably kills the rider. Essentially, we're using, like, naval combat, but with horses. It was the design principle. It's a funky little gun. It also held, like, 9 rounds, making it very efficient. In fact, honestly, the modality of it makes it one of the better handguns in Hunt, because you have, like, good range, and then you also have a shotgun shell for when, well, you know, somebody jumps up on you. High capacity? High modality. Yep. Pew. The fucking rod, bro.
Hi, Muzu.
Hello. Pew. 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 Yeah, it held like 8 or 9 rounds. Very efficient. My ears! Oh.
And now comes the fun.
Oh yeah, and now the shotgun shell. You know, when you need to broadside your opponent's horse. Drift right, I'm a broadside him. Woohoo! It's just cool. It's just a cool, unique little revolver. It wasn't really utilized all that much, but it was a cavalry revolver.
I do think that the aspect of having essentially a handheld cannon is pretty cool, but you know, it prominently features in Red Dead Redemption 2. It was in Westworld. The Man in Black had it in Westworld. What else? It's also prominently featured in Hunt Showdown as a sidearm you can take. Outside of that, I don't know. It might be in like one or two movies, but I'm EP. Yeah, I am EP. Probably gonna raid out here. I wanna. EP. Hope you're well. I am well. I'm EP though. I think we're gonna raid. We survived. Chat, we did it. We survived the Ice Age. We did it. We did it. We did it. We survived the Ice Age, chat. Just kidding, there's more Ice Age tomorrow. It's never over. It's never enough. Who am I gonna raid? Is this person live? Please tell me they're not asleep. Okay, chat, we're gonna go raid that, like, Paper Mario. We're gonna go raid that Paper Mario themed streamer. I really like their content. They're finally, like, actually live, I think. Am I live? Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Dream Trove. I love their stuff. But yeah! Thank you guys so much for coming. I will catch you all tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be playing some New Vegas. We're gonna hopefully finish Dead Money tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. So, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Until then, stay cute, stay awesome, and remember, I love every single one of you. Bye, cuties!